Hi, friends.
Ah.
Welcome in to the firm of Harris and Meringue. Patrick Harris here, yours truly. That's Danny Meringue to my left. Casey Smith in on the ones and twos over there.
Resident scumbag.
Lowercase in the house today. We're happy to have you. Thanks for being a part of our day. We're happy to be a part of yours.
It's a good day, Tater.
I've spent the majority of my morning watching curling.
Have you caught the fever?
I caught the fever many, many moons ago. I think one thing that's so great about curling is, despite the fact that I've never played it and don't know how to play it, I can understand it when I watch it.
It's a simple thing. I love it.
Well, I think that's what it is. It's like shuffleboard. So,
it
we all kind of understand the concept of shuffleboard.
And it's simple enough to where you could sit there and go, I could do that. Like you see somebody ice skating, you're like, no chance of that. Downhill skiing, no chance of that. But,
You like that? You like the YouTube right now, dude? Just going to be a small man for the rest of my life. Small man for the rest of my life. Yeah, I think that's what's that's what's great about it. Like, I watch big air snowboarding, and I'm like, yeah, no way. No way I'm doing that.
Have you ever snowboarded?
No.
No?
No, I'm not a winter sport guy. I do a lot of summertime stuff, and so I never got into the winter stuff. The summertime stuff, like I do a lot of rafting. It's expensive. Boat's $3,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had my boat for 10 years. So it like basically pays itself off because you don't have to rent anymore or anything like that.
Do you ever had the allure of doing winter stuff?
Nope.
Is it because you don't like the cold?
I don't like snow.
Really?
I don't like snow.
Is it the cold or?
Yes, and the navigability, if that's a word. I don't like that either. It's frustrating to me, so I'm out on it. Like, I don't like driving in the snow. I don't like walking in the snow. I don't like shoveling snow.
No, it's not fun.
No, although I would broom ice. Is that a phrase? Brush ice.
Mm-hmm.
Scrape ice.
Mm-hmm. Sweep!
See, I actually no, I wouldn't. That sounds too much work. That's too much effort. My forearms would just get tired and stretched out and probably cramp up.
This is objectively sad right now.
What?
You couldn't sweep?
No, I'd get tired.
Brother.
What?
That's right, you did struggle with a bottle of water the other day.
Yeah, dude, different strokes for different folks. I don't like doing exercise.
Anything.
No. I don't.
The sweeping portion, that's what really gets you?
That's what gets me. Yeah, I'm out. 16-ounce curls, I can do those all day. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the sweep's not like that much different.
I don't know, but like I'm watching this dude and he's like really getting at it. I'm just exhausted doing that. I feel a bead of sweat coming.
A big deep breath right after that.
Yeah.
one.
Do you want to live much longer?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good for about 30 more years.
Ooh, I think you're pushing it.
I think I got 30 years in me.
I think you're pushing it. If you're struggling with a broom,
Well, it's not that I can't do it. It's that I don't want to.
that might be
Like, if I had to do this, I can do it. It doesn't need to be life or death.
I know.
I just don't want to.
That might be a bigger problem.
That's up to you, man.
That's tough.
Depends on what your definition of a problem is. I'm fine. I don't think there's a problem in that. At all.
The problem is in the eye of the beholder.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well, your YP might turn into a MP.
Why?
I'm just saying.
Well, but again, I don't know if that's a problem.
I think it could turn into one pretty quickly.
Well, anything could turn into a problem.
One thing I learned, say last year sometime, totally random, was that there's almost a direct correlation with grip strength and longevity.
You've told me this.
And it's really fascinating. I of all of the indicators, now this doesn't obviously account for like cancer or getting killed in a car accident or anything like that. Like,
if you have grip strength, you are less likely to die in a car crash.
yeah, that's I mean, that'd be, I do love correlations where there's no causation. You're just like, yeah, that lines up. It's like, but what? No, that doesn't make any sense.
So are we saying Danny has grip?
No, I'm
I have decent grip strength. I played piano for a long time.
I've been working on mine a ton, and it's been frustrating. It's a difficult thing to build up.
Yeah.
It really is.
Do you got one of those like curler things with the coil at the
No,
top?
just dumbbells, just doing full extensions and really like getting my grip strength up.
Oh, you should get one of those little
I mean-
wrench things.
well,
You know
those-
what I'm
those
talking
were
I
about?
feel like
Yeah.
I have arthritis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had one of those for guitar, so my left hand for years. I would sit there and do that. But no, I've been using heavier dumbbells and like letting it get to the end of my fingers instead of like holding them up higher, like letting it get to the end of my fingers. Like I had I was doing Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells yesterday, and I used 105s, and I held them at the end of my fingertips.
What's a 105?
105 pound.
Oh, that's a heavy dumbbell.
Mhm.
I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, no, but I was letting it hang at the end of my fingers, and like the cramps that started popping up in my forearms. It was like, oh, sweet Jesus! But you know, I'd like to live a little bit longer, considering all the damage I've had done to my body. I'm like, you know what? Let's try to improve a lot of things.
I'm
That
telling
is one thing where if I'm doing like heavy rows, every single time I do rows, my hands
Pulls
just
away.
feel absolutely destroyed
Mhm.
afterwards.
But yeah, no, it's have you ever seen the social media things like they go around to like, you know, mechanic's office and like an NFL practice, like they do the grip strength test. And don't get me wrong, there's a couple NFL dudes who have crazy grip strength, but you go around like the mechanic's office and it's just like dudes with like 200-pound grip strength. You're like,
sausage fingers.
oh, dude, they just absolutely like, and they aren't like the biggest look. Like, don't get me wrong, they look like they're in decent shape, but like these
You
guys just have these guys crush coal and turn them into diamonds. It's
Ham fingers.
yeah, it's just nutty. And you're like, oh, yeah, it turns out turning wrenches all day, build that up real quick.
You need to shake hands with Joe Fisher the second.
Mm,
He's not super tall. He's probably a little bit taller than me. Dude is a truck.
just got meat paws.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, he's like done construction or
Oh, okay.
his like whole
Blue
life.
collar his whole
Oh,
life.
dude.
Yeah.
I hear nothing but
Dude's
good things
crazy.
about Joe Fisher the second.
Mm.
I feel like I really do have to meet him.
Joe Fish 2 and Joe Fish 4 are awesome.
I was to say, like, it skips the generation.
The
Yeah.
even numbers.
Fish 3, he's all right.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of 4 and 2.
I'm a
Well,
big
I've
fan
known
of
2
3.
longer than I've known 3,
Mm.
and I've known 4 since he was 2.
Mm.
So like, I'm biased.
Well, I mean, he is number 3, so he is the odd number, so he's just odd.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the third one, so
Are you third?
yeah, I'm the third.
Oh,
Casey
really?
Smith the third.
No, I'm just the third son.
Oh, okay. No. We're saying he's Joe Fisher the third, so
Yeah,
he's the odd
but-
one.
Either way,
Well, I'm the first, so
Just stick-
I'm
Casey's just sticking up for threes.
Yeah.
I'm sticking up for the threes.
Yeah, okay.
Is 3 your lucky number?
No, 4 is.
Okay.
Why is 4 your lucky number?
Because I always feel like I had an older brother. Wasn't biological, but someone I raised with,
Mm.
kind of helped raise me, grew up with me. He's kind of my fourth brother, so I always figured I was the fourth.
My lucky number is 34.
That's a weird
Because
number.
it's super weird because when I was in like 3rd grade, I decided that if Reggie Miller and I got in a 3-point shootout, I'd beat him by 1 3-pointer. So 31 plus 3 is 34. Because Reggie's 31.
So you didn't go 32, so
No.
you beat him by 1.
No, I beat him by 1 more 3, and 31 plus 3 is 34.
But you can't hit 31 with threes.
So Reggie can.
No, he can't.
If anybody could, it'd be him.
He can hit 30.
Dude, he once had 12 points in like 8 seconds.
4-point play.
4-point play.
Patty,
What about a 4-point play goes in there?
Denny had the 5-point play last night.
How do you 5-point play?
Foul and 1, missed the free throw, got it kicked back out to him, hit the 3.
Those aren't the same.
Yeah, it's just yeah,
Those
it
are
is.
separates.
Yeah, it is.
No, once it hits the board, the
Yeah,
rebound
that's-
and bounces off, that's a new possession.
It's the same possession.
Nah,
It has not changed possession.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's 5-point play.
It's not like T-Mac.
It's 5-point play.
13, was it 13 seconds?
13 seconds, I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm 34. What's your lucky number?
5.
Why?
So it was 48 because as much as I hate the Cowboys, I loved Moose Johnson when I was a kid. I was a fullback, so I was like, you know what? I like him.
I like him on TV, too.
But I went to 5, and then it was Glorious, the greatest college football player of all time, ended up wearing number 5
Mm.
after that. I was like, it's preordained. It's
Meant to be.
meant to
Daniel
be.
Tomlinson?
Actually,
Did LT wear 5 at
actually,
TCU?
He
He
did
did
wear
wear 5 at
TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, I was saying, like, that does
He's
sound
21 in the NFL. I know that
Yeah.
because I have a powder blue jersey in my
I think
closet.
he got drafted as the 5th pick as well.
But I just liked
Oh, I
the
think you are correct.
I liked the look of 5. It looked good. And I was like, you know what? That's going to be my number. So that was my number in football, in basketball, and lacrosse.
The Chargers
So-
were able to get LaDainian Tomlinson at 5 because they traded Michael Vick, the pick for Michael
Yeah.
Vick, right? Isn't that the swap?
Who won that though?
I'm going to go with the
Yes.
Chargers.
I'm
I
gonna say the Chargers too.
mean, worked out pretty well for the Falcons too, but
Until jail.
yeah.
The Chargers also traded Eli Manning. Out of that, they got Phillip Rivers and Sean Merriman.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's a pretty good trade.
That's a good one.
I'd say it worked out well for both.
Well, I mean, Eli won Super Bowls, but
Yeah.
he also has like 6 Hall of Famers on those defenses.
Sean Merriman's debatably the greatest defensive player to ever play for that organization.
Yeah.
Other than Junior Seau,
Yeah.
of course. Too young for Seau.
Yeah, that's
Not enough respect.
Again,
over
I
there.
love Junior Seau, but Junior Seau also played in Miami.
Not
he also
en-
played in New England.
Not old enough to appreciate Junior Seau. I will not stand for Junior Seau slander.
also Junior Seau number 55.
55, that is
which
correct.
That is a number that holds the highest of esteem at the University of Southern California.
Also went to USC. Boy, wow, here we go.
Lobbed it up for him once
Yep.
again.
Once again.
Yak 'em!
Oakley Dokley,
Fire.
we got a great show for you all today. It's a free consultation Tuesday, so we'll get those in at 12:15. Double Seggy if you like it. It's post Super Bowl, so we got a lot of cleanup to do from over the weekend. College football news, some other NFL news. Talk a little college basketball. Tons of money came gambling in on this guy, and now he sponsors them. Weird. But let's start with the Portland Trailblazers. Denny's back. Remember when I used to yell and be mad about Tumani Kamara shooting threes? Well, last night things were okay. And we'll also talk about the future of the Blazers. Are they leaving Portland? They better not. Let's everybody freak out at once. But we'll start with the Blazers last night as they take down the Sixers 135-118, a career night for old Kamara, and that's where we'll go. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
inside and I can't break through. There's no talking to you.
10:16 here, Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it, baby. We're live in the shadows of the historic Fremont Bridge. There's the 503-864-6326, the fan text line. She'll let you interact with us throughout the entire day. Jump on YouTube. You can see commercials in the middle of segments. It's awesome. 105.1 The Fan is the channel. I literally had that. I had an ad
saw
pop
you.
up in the
Do
middle.
do you have paid YouTube?
No.
Well, then, yeah, that'll happen.
I'm not going to pay for YouTube. YouTube's like the last free thing.
Well,
It'd
that's
be like paying for Google.
that's how you get ads.
The last bastion of hope, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Dude, I have ads in everything. I'm just used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing I don't have ads for is my Disney Plus.
The Disney, Hulu, ESPN.
Yeah, but
suite.
like Hulu has ads. My Hulu has ads. I think my Peacock doesn't have ads.
My Peacock does when I start it up. It's one
Yes.
ad for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And that is it.
I think so too. But I get Peacock for free. I think my Xfinity pays for Peacock.
Yeah, if you have Xfinity, you get Peacock.
I'm just so inundated. I've got ads for everything.
Yeah, dude, I grew up with commercials. Like, why? I don't think I need to live in a world where I'm too good for commercials. If I had FU money, sure.
I do love a good jingle.
Yeah, I mean, half the time I'm not even listening to anything anyway. So it's like, I see a commercial on the TV right now. Oh, it's an Amazon because I saw the little swoosh thing at the end. But like right now, some dude sleeping in a bed, no idea. Don't care. Because I have no idea. I can't even read that far.
It's one of the Olympians.
I can't even read that far because I'm basically blind now. I gotta figure something else about that.
Gonna go readers.
I think I need more than readers. I think I'm going blind.
I think
They'll
we
have
talked about it before.
My mom's basically blind.
You're gonna go full Rex specs?
I should, dude.
It's a move.
I should.
I respect it.
I think I want my Ray-Ban sunglasses, but as glasses. Look, this Swedish chick, she's got huge glasses. I love them. Clear frames.
You would like to look like a.
She's kind of nerdy looking. I'm into it.
That's not the word I'd go with, but yeah, you look like you'd like a Harry Potter looking horn rim clear glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Lennon wore round glasses like that.
Mm.
He's one of the most famous dudes ever.
Nah, fame does not equal looking good.
No, it doesn't. But I would argue that he was a good-looking man.
I would argue against that, but okay.
Yeah, that haircut's tough.
Yeah.
Which haircut?
The bowl cut,
All of them.
all of the Lennon haircuts.
The mop top? The mop top, I get that. But the long hair, kind of look good. Like the White Album period before he had the big beard, kind of look good.
So Blazers?
Blazers, yes. The Blazers won last night, 135-118 against the 76ers. What is a 76er? I'm joking. I'm not getting into that. Denny Avdia was back last night, which was a nice treat. This organization sometimes, like most professional organizations, don't always give you an update on stuff until the very last minute, so it was a pleasant surprise when I flipped the tube on and saw that Denny was playing. But the night went
Or you could be on social media and check the updates that I put out before games. Where I get it directly from the team.
But then I lose that pleasant treat when I turn on the TV and
But
I
you
see
just said
Denny
that-
give high fives.
But you just said that organizations don't give out updates.
Well, not until they have to.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And so if I can get it at 1 or 4, I'll just wait till tip and be surprised.
Okay.
And be happy about it. So I was stoked to see Denny back last night at a solid little game for being out for a little bit, 26 points.
He looked good.
He looked really good. But the night belongs to Tumani Kamara. You remember when I was bitching about taking too many threes from Tumani? Guess I'll just shut up right now about that.
It's a good idea.
10 of 12 from the field, 8 of 10 from downtown, and perfect at the free throw line.
Career highs in made threes, career high in points. His first 30-point game as a pro. Braided up, headband, rocking Tumani Kamara. Just absolutely went off. I was talking to him before the game about his offensive fouls drawn. Him and I have kind of gone back and forth over the last couple games about that. Just trying to understand how he does it, what he's looking for, those kind of things. And I was like, you're on pace to shatter the record for offensive fouls drawn. He's like, oh, I know. He goes, I know.
I watched that the other night. I think it was night 2 of the Grizzlies, and I saw him get an offensive
He took
foul.
3 in that game.
And
I was like,
he
yo.
like fell to the ground. He got up. I saw a little smile on his face. I was like, you sandbagging SOB.
Oh, he knows how to do it, man.
Oh, of course he does.
He's so good at it now. The record is 99. I think he had 94 or 96 last year. He's on pace for 130.
Well, yeah, I saw the other day he had like 56 already,
Yeah,
and the season's not even half
He's
over.
at 70.
Or the season's a little over
Yeah, I
half
think
over.
it's 77 or 78 now. Like, he is just blowing through it.
Plus minus, I know doesn't mean the world.
Oh,
but,
it
but here's your plus minus from last
this
night.
one does.
Jeremy Grant plus 34, Tumani Kamara plus 30, Denny Avdia plus 12. So your worst player, quote unquote, on the floor was Denny last night. Donovan Clingan at a plus 20, Drew Holiday at a plus 16. Those are your starters. The only bench players that were negatives were some guys who, I mean, you kind of expect: Blake Wesley, City Sissoko, Ryan Rupert, and the Yong Bong and Javante Cook. So the kids, basically. Scoot got some action. Another 20-minute game.
Look good.
Love seeing that. Looking good as well. Did you hear anything last night about Shaden? About the calf? Do we know anything yet? Just soreness or
Just chilling.
just chilling?
We'll go with that now.
Chilling live.
So they shot an MRI. So we'll get an update on that.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. But just kind of a, as Marcus pointed out on the YouTube chat, just a fun game last night. Really fun to watch. The Sixers didn't really show up, so that kind of helps. I mean, Maxey had a nice game, but not efficient.
Dude, Maxey is so good.
But not efficient.
Well, he's 10 of 21. He was just under 50%. He just couldn't hit his threes. 2 was making him work for everything, and the shots that Maxey was hitting last night were incredible. He is a dyed-in-the-wool scorer. The Blazers messed around in this game. In the second quarter, they just coughed the ball up endlessly, and then they started to kind of figure it out towards the end of the quarter, and they came out with that third quarter. It's the highest-scoring third quarter in franchise history, 49 points.
What was the point differential? Like 27?
Yeah, I mean, they beat them by another quarter of action in the quarter. Like they just Denny had 12, 6, and 3 in under 6 minutes in the third quarter.
He made one pass that was just kind of a no look.
The no look, the rip over to 2.
So filthy.
Yeah.
Where I'm going.
He went behind the back and then he
and that's
one-handed
off of a
across
transition
it.
off
Yep.
of a Donovan block too.
Yep.
So that was
It
a
was-
huge transition.
It was a
Big
saucy
momentum
play.
swing.
it's team basketball, guys.
Oh, the
That's
ball
what
was,
we're watching.
Yeah, the ball was bouncing around, and that's exactly where I was going to get to. Denny finished with 8 assists, Drew 8 assists, Scoot 8 assists. I'm sorry, 7 assists, 8, 7, 7. The ball was popping around. It had life. The ball was finding people, and like, they were getting into their offense faster. Not just playing faster, but the thing that is, I said this on Twitter last night. Scoot's playmaking has found money because it's not hezzy, tween, hang dribble, wasting motion, wasting clock. It's just getting into it. Like the number of times Scoot just goes, collapses the defense, or uses his eyes to move somebody and just find somebody. Now, a big part of this is ball go in hoop. When 2 is not missing, the offense is going to look better. But I said this last night on Rip City Wrap Up. The times that it didn't, like the ball wasn't just popping everywhere, it stood out because the ball was moving so well. It was finding people endlessly. And that's a huge deal.
And I think when you're watching a team that is not ready to like compete, that's my favorite way to watch basketball is when you can play team basketball. You know, you're kind of seeing it in Charlotte right now too, where teams are again not ready to win titles or necessarily even compete for titles, but have good
Maybe
enough
boxing
players
matches.
and a future that when you pass the ball around and you look like you're playing team basketball and you're all on one page, it's just a fun watch. It's an aesthetically pleasing watch, and it is a nice break, I would say, from the rest of the league when you watch guys that just somebody says, tonight, my name's Luka, and I'm going to have 45 points tonight. So everybody get out of my way, and I'm going to do it. It's cool to see that player do that. I would rather watch a Blazers performance like last night.
Yeah, I mean, again, ball going hoop is a big part of that.
Totally.
But it was also just playing in flow. That they had a rhythm. But so much of that, hey guys, guess what? It's the first time Danny and Scoot have played together. Weird. You had 2 additional playmakers on the floor alongside Drew Holiday. And this is why I feel so strongly about this. We've talked about this a little bit. We've talked about it a lot on the postgame show. Tumani being put back in his role, which is spot-up shooter, transition scorer, and cutter. He didn't have to create. He didn't have to be a guy who's working as an initiator. He's better defensively because the burden's taken off of him, and he's more comfortable in his role. That comfortability leads to confidence. Confidence leads to success. Like those are so trite and so simple, but it matters. I always get frustrated, and have forever, when fans are like, I wish this player did this. I'm like, why? That's not what they do. Like, sure, I want guys to be better, but 98% of the NBA over its history is role players. Now, there's different levels of role players, but there's very few stars. Every team has one. Some have two. And if you're really, 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 really lucky, you have three. Otherwise, the rest of your roster is role players. So you want to put those guys in those roles where they can be successful. When all of a sudden the creation is falling on your creators in Denny, Drew, Scoot, look how much better everything looks.
And that's what we were hoping by having, even when Drew was hurt, when he came back, the whole point was to, like, it's awesome that Denny can run the offense when he needs to, but it is so much nicer when Denny doesn't have to and he becomes an option. That's great. Because, again, like I said, it's fun to watch Luka go for 45. It's fun to watch Denny run the offense and be the guy and have an all-star caliber night. I'd rather see Denny off ball and guys create for him than him just dominate the ball. And that's what we saw last night. Makes it a fun watch.
Remember we were talking about, like, you were like, I think, I wonder what Denny's going to look like when there's additional creators on the floor. He's still going to be the guy.
Oh, totally.
But the burden doesn't fall on him every single possession he's on the floor. That, and like, the found money of Scoot is grab, rebound, go, turn corner. Hey, Donovan, run that baseline, lob dunk. Oh, hey, let me get out. 2, backside, lob dunk. It's simple. Getting points easy, so you're not getting in the half. You have, I believe they still have the worst half-court offense in the league. When you get stuck in the half court all the time and it becomes difficult, you're just sitting there going, sweet God, please help me. Because you see it bogged down. Now, part of that is they were purposely trying to get in the half court to limit some of the possessions because their shooting has been so bad and they haven't been able to turn teams over. So they've had to kind of get in mud fights all the time. But when you can get easy possessions and Denny doesn't have to be the guy that's pushing every single break, Drew can push, Scoot can push. Other guys are also going to, like, Donovan's going to run the floor more. 2's going to run the floor more.
Sure.
Because now you've got guys that are going to push. And when you get those easy opportunities, guess what happens? When ball goes in hoop, you get to set your defense.
That is
which means you get back.
You're not running all the time.
Because when you're missing shot after shot after shot and it's long rebounds off threes, now Donovan's going, I just got down here, damn it. Turn and go back. And it's like that's where you start to see it wear on guys. Assuming
Health stays according, and that's a big assumption with this team this year, have we seen the last of Caleb Love?
He's probably a break glass in case of emergency guy if you're getting healthier, for sure.
Yeah.
Which he's got.
But I don't even think there's a bench role for him right now.
Oh, not with this guard depth.
Yeah,
When you've got Blake and you've got Scoot.
Blake and Scoot come back, and all of a sudden things go real wild in that point guard room.
And he's got 7 more games left. City only has 1.
Yeah.
Which is why I was kind of leaning on, like, if they're going to convert one, if they're going to make a decision, City's going to be the guy.
Well, and you've seen all year that City has definitely had more preferential treatment from Tiago.
There's part of that.
Preferential treatment's the wrong word to say. I mean,
it's the ask.
He has been preferred.
It's been the ask, and you know, alongside that, when you're talking about just entirely taking away who they are as people and their skill sets and all those kind of things, Sidy Cissoko is a 6'7", 235-pound forward who's very physical and defensive minded.
It's good size.
Caleb Love is a 6'2" scoring guard. What is just
massively inconsistent too.
But beyond that, what is more prevalent in the world? 6'2" scoring guards or 6'7" defensive-minded wings?
6'2" scoring guards.
Definitely not.
They grow on trees.
Yes. So it's one of those things where it's like scarcity of asset is also going to play into that.
Let's slide over. Let's stick in this Blazer conversation. The topic that everybody wants to talk about but doesn't want to talk about. Bill Oram put a piece out in the Oregonian the other day about the Trailblazers' future. We will address that next. But first, we'll toss it to lowercase with sports.
Now, Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers walked away with a 135-118 victory over the 76ers last night after a dominant third-quarter stretch. Toumani Camara leading the way for the Zers. He posted 30 on 8 of 10 shooting from beyond the arc. Blazers will travel to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves tomorrow at 5 p.m. Some more NBA news for you as a fight between the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets broke out in the third quarter of last night's game, resulting in 4 player ejections. Musa Diabate, Miles Bridges, Jalen Duran, and Isaiah Stewart were all ejected from the game, as well as Hornets coach Charles Lee, who had to be restrained after going after an official arguing a call. The Pistons would go on to win the game 110-104. Ducks men's basketball dropped to 8-16 on the season as they fell to the Indiana Hoosiers 92-74. They have now lost 10 consecutive. Hoosiers guard Lamar Wilkerson led the way for Indiana. He posted 41 in the contest. The Winter Olympic Games are underway. Here's an update on the medal count as Norway and Italy are tied with the total medal counts of 11. Norway leading the scoreboard with 6 golds, as the United States have taken gold in alpine skiing and figure skating. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks, the Fan
A lot to get to in the 11 o'clock hour. College football news. Making the big jump. Also, this James Pierce story gets crazier and crazier. What's the crazier story, James Pierce or Stephon Diggs with Cardi B? I don't know. They're both crazy.
Yes.
Yes. That seems to be your answer to a lot of stuff lately. I give you the option. You're like, I'll have both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like mashed potatoes tonight or a baked potato? I'll have both.
Both.
That would be weird, though.
I'd be down.
Mashed potatoes and a baked potato? Well, I guess twice baked potatoes isn't twice baked potatoes basically mashed potatoes as a baked potato?
Yeah. Have you ever done loaded mashed potatoes?
I don't think so.
Bacon,
but
cheese, and sour cream.
I
in them?
imagine it's amazing.
Oh, it's my
I mean, when the
mom-
wife makes mashed potatoes, she puts sour cream in it already,
Yeah.
so it's like stirred
Mhm.
around.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you do that, and then you add some cheese and some bacon. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, they are woof,
Uh,
stellar.
Our friend Bill Oram at the Oregonian put out an article the other day that kind of put some Blazer fans in a conundrum. Kind of had people freaking out a little bit. I don't blame him for writing the article. If that's the information you have, go for it, bud. Especially if it's getting us idiots to talk about it too. That's another positive thing. But the article basically kind of talks about the situation of the Blazers needing a new arena or at least massive upgrades to the current one, and
There's
how
nothing about a new one.
how it I just mean
Yeah.
in general, they either need a new one or there needs to be renovations. And it's kind of put the city in a weird spot because it feels like the city's not super interested in that. But it is kind of one of the main things that old Dundon wants to do as the new overlord.
Well, let's just kind of run through this, and I don't care what side of the political aisle you were on. If you were arguing against the data, you have your head in the sand. Portland is not doing well from a commerce standpoint.
Less people are moving to the city than they used to. It's less of a travel destination. COVID really took a
Commercial real estate is at 60% in Portland.
Yeah, as somebody who worked in the restaurant industry for a while, post-COVID was really, really tough on that industry. And that industry is driven a lot by tourism.
Mm-hmm.
It's driven a lot just by expendable income. And it is definitely taking a hit. There's a reason why I don't do it anymore.
Yeah. So there are a lot of things, and people are like, well, Portland's fine. But they're like, look, man, do things get overblown on the news? Yes. But Portland's, as far as like an investor-related product, it is not in a good space. It has gone from a more preferred market for investors over the last 10, 15 years to one that is on a pretty rapid decline when you're talking about investor basis.
Mm-hmm.
What is one thing that drives that? What drives tourism in this city? It's Moda. It's concerts.
sports,
it's
concerts, totally.
It's like it is the hub, and it's. If
There's
you're-
a reason Providence Park is getting into concerts in the summer. Chris
Yes.
Stapleton will be here in July.
Foo Fighters. Like,
Yeah.
it brings commerce to the city. Portland is a unique major city in that it's a transient city.
Very much.
The University of Portland State is a transient college. Most people who work in Portland don't live in Portland. It's just, you don't, I don't, Casey doesn't, Sprague doesn't, Dirk doesn't. None of us live here. None of us live in Portland.
No, I mean, I did for a
But
decade.
I'm talking about right now.
currently I do not, no.
None of us do.
I live in the burbs.
We all do. It is a transient city. And so you have to have a draw that brings people in. And I've seen some Blazers fans like, I go to Moda all the time. It's perfectly fine. Go to any arena has been built in the last 15 years.
I don't know if I told you this story, and I know you all hate my band, but I went and saw Dave Matthews Band at Climate Pledge in 2022.
It's incredible.
I went to Climate Pledge and saw the show on a Friday, drove down the next morning, and the wife and I went to the show here on Saturday. So, and my seats were very similar in terms of angle and look.
And how different was
And
the
it was
experience?
so I sat, stage is up there, I'm to the left of the stage, and basically the same spot, night and day. Night and day. I sat down in my seats in the Moda Center and was like, this sucks. I really hate this. And Climate Pledge, I was really surprised at how nice it was.
Climate Pledge, when you walk into it now, feels like a spaceship.
It really does. It's super nice.
So there's a bill that's introduced by the state Senate, SB 1501. The state side of this seems to be in lockstep about securing the funds, the $600 million. The Blazers did site studies over the last, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago about how much it would cost, and they identified different things that they would want to do and things that they would need to do. And alongside that, they kind of came up with a number of what that needed to be at. And there are things certainly that they want to do, but the things that they need to do. If you walk around the concourse in a modern NBA arena, it is nothing like Moda. It is absolutely nothing like it.
I don't know if I've ever been to another NBA facility.
Climate Pledge.
Well, there's no NBA team there.
But they aren't changing it when the Sonics go in there.
That's true. That's true.
But when you walk around
they
in
dumped
that,
so much money into that place, though.
$2 billion.
Yeah.
It costs more to keep the guts and tear everything out and dig down than it would have been to build a new arena. But they also have right next to it that giant food court about maybe 100 yards away from the entrance.
Bunch of bars around there too.
I mean,
I like going there.
There is a million things to do there. They have an entertainment district.
Correction for the record, our own Andy Dirt Johnson does live in the city.
Ooh, he does. He lives in Selwood.
Oh, that's right. So he's you're right. Thank you. He's right on the edge of it.
Rob lives in Portland too.
Does he live in proper?
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought he
pretty
lived
sure
on
he
the
does.
outside. Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure he lives in proper.
Okay,
Portland.
so there's two of us. Point being, most of us are transients. And you go over to the sales side, it's the same thing. We most of us don't live here. But so as far as the money is concerned, there is the state side of this. Everybody is up for re-election right now. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you are on. You cannot be the state senator or the governor or whatever you want to be, state representative, and go out there and be the one that votes against this, because your political career will end. It's that simple. The problem or problems lie in the city of Portland with the county and the city council.
I also think, though, you're underestimating, though, that I do think there's a fair amount of people out there that don't want to spend more tax-paying dollars on sports because they don't care about sports.
I would stop you right there because they haven't spent any money on it. The city never has spent money on sports.
Well, I know, but I think to the average person that maybe isn't as informed on all this stuff and just sees
I would
taxes.
argue you should probably get informed on it.
But, I mean, obviously I would make that argument as well, but that doesn't mean that people are going to be
And look,
informed.
here's the thing. I don't want to sit here and go hand money to a billionaire, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not just saying that. I am saying if you are going to invest in this city, there is no better investment than that. Because if you lose this team, it will kill this city.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm watching that. Yeah, we took silver in curling. That stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Damn Swedes. They
It
played well,
happens.
though. It was good. Where was I going? I had something to say. Yeah, and I lost
You
it.
want to pivot to it next? Think
Sure.
about it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
we'll take a break.
there's a lot more to get into.
Yeah, we'll
on
take a
this.
break. We'll come back into this and keep this conversation going. 105.1 The Fan. continuing this conversation about the necessity of the upgrade of the Moda Center and what that does for the Portland Trailblazers. There's no doubt about it that sports is a major income driver in this city, and I think the idea of any hypothetical possibility of the Blazers not being a part of this city would be very, very rough, especially because they're the only one of the big four we got.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one thing that is also really fascinating about the whole situation is if you go to another city that could potentially lose something, most of them have something else. Now we have an MLS team which does really great numbers ticket wise, and the fan base there is one of the best in all of America for that league, but it's not on the same level as the big four.
No. Look, I'm not going to do the fear mongering thing that the team's going somewhere. If it were going to ever happen, I don't think it would happen in this cycle.
Also, like it's fair to point out, and it's also something really important to remember. Major sports leagues do not like relocating teams. They really, really don't. They happen, not frequently. There have been more in the last, maybe 10, 15, 20 years than normal, but they really don't like doing it.
So Bill Orm's article in the Oregonian, I'm not sitting here like poo-pooing Bill. I know Bill. He's a good dude. I think what he's writing is probably – I don't think he's necessarily carrying the water for the Blazers, but I think what he's doing is talking about the dark side of what could come to fruition if it were to go down a certain path.
But what's the point of that?
To leverage the living crap out of this stupid city council, and this stupid county.
Maybe you should move to Portland and be a part of it.
I want no part of it. Absolutely zero part of it. I will never want to be a part of it. It is one of the worst run major cities in the entire country. We know this because they just keep finding money that they lost, and they keep spending money that they don't have, which leads to the issue that's popping up. So the state side of this is kind of buttoned up in a sense of like they're all in lockstep of where this is going to go. But the finances between the county and the city don't make any sense. That's where this is kind of losing some steam. Now, I believe that the Blazers feel like that they're looking at this. They do have enough support from the necessary city council members and the county commissioners and presidents and those things, but there are things that still need to be overcome. So the number is $600 million. That's the number they're getting to. And they have a framework for that, which I think they're hoping to have nailed down in the next couple of days, because tomorrow morning in Salem, there's the legislation that it's going to be, the short session is going to be open up, and this is going to be down there. It's SB 1501. Now, do I think that you're going to have everything nailed down as far as the city and the county are concerned? No. But are there things that you can iron out between now and then to get a framework that's agreeable? I believe so.
How does this not tie into the athlete tax?
It does in a sense, but like that comes in as a part of the process, but that's not going to cover all of this.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I don't live in the cities. I don't even live in the states, so I don't even vote. I don't know anything.
So
I just work here and pay the tax.
There are different funds. There's the preschool, the PSAF, the preschool for all fund. There's another fund that comes up out of that, and then there's money that's been moved around for housing and homelessness. Like, if you dive into it, the books for the city are not great. There have been a bunch of accounting errors. There have been a bunch of issues on that side of things. I've heard from a couple different sources now that there's a third-party auditor coming in to take a look at their books because they're a disaster. So that needs to get kind of sorted out to see where this is going to come from. As it pertains to that $600 million, though, that money is going towards renovating Moda. It's not necessarily the Rose Quarter. So if you renovate Moda, like part of what you are doing is you're going to basically like blow sections out of it, redo seating so you can redo the concourse, put a giant monitor on the outside of the building so you can have watch parties outside. Like that's the closest kind of Rose
Quarter. Every
Quarter.
team I've ever seen in the NBA Finals in my entire life.
Yes. Like appointment viewing, like having a draft party outside.
Yeah, if I couldn't get into the game, if it's like the Blazers are in the NBA Finals and I couldn't get in the game, I might stand outside and watch.
Or like you put that in as like a first step towards an attraction of like, hey, let's go hang out here and
Sure.
kind of do that kind of thing.
Which is definitely something we all agree needs to happen down there. There needs to be more action in that area, in the Rose Quarter.
Yes, and so part of that, getting that next step is obviously the AVT, Albina Vision Trust. They've got the area around that I've been told is working in concert with Tom Dundon. Like this isn't a butting of heads or anything like that. They're on the same page as far as what needs to happen, how things need to go. But Dundon is also going to come in and have his own vision. It's going to be different from the Allen estate. So there's going to be some things that need to be changed. Like when they did this feasibility study, 5 years ago, that was under the Allen estate. So whatever renderings, whatever drawings, whatever ideas, those are probably going to get changed. And there might be some numbers that move. I believe that, it would take about $1 billion, 1 to 1.2, to do a new arena in this area. Cut it in half, $600 million.
Sure.
That is the investment you're looking to make. Now, here's where the city kind of comes into this as far as how you need to figure some things out. Is right now you're on a bridge deal. That bridge deal goes until 2030 with the lease. My belief is you get this money secured, it would also lead to a long-term lease. So you're looking at probably a 20-year run out. That gives you security. And even if there were things on that on the back end, like a buyout or something along those lines, the city would make money back if Portland ever did go down that dark path. But what it also does is it ensures that the investment is going to be there on the Blazers side of things. And if the economy here goes sideways, they have their way out if they want it. I'm not saying that's the path they'll take, but if you're spending billions of dollars on a team and the economy keeps going down, well, is that something you want to put an investment into? So you're protecting yourself on that end. And on the other end, you have a buyout, so the city ends up making money back. The ask here basically is that the taxes from the tickets and all that kind of stuff, that comes back into this, but it's also different funds that are getting moved around. They're going to complete the $600 million. On the Blazers side of things, at least from my personal opinion, is Dundon can't come in here and take the $600 million and then if he secures it, ask for more. That can't happen. The public money, this is a city that 10, 15, 20 years ago would be zero. But that's just not the reality now. But you also can't sit there and say, I want another $600 million, because that will lead to basically burning him at the stake.
Yeah, people will not be stoked about
No.
that.
So there has to be some give back from the Blazers. So you invested in the right places. You look at bringing in other industries. You look at having a year-round calendar there. You look at doing all the other things, like bringing in the NCAA tournament, bringing in the Women's Final Four, bringing in All-Star Game, bringing a WNBA All-Star Game, doing all of the things to fill that building, to fill that quarter, to fill that area year-round.
Sure.
And that's how you get that. But it also has to come with the investment into the Rose Quarter. And as long as there's a deal that is signed, that it's not just the $600 million for the renovations, but it also includes a deal to invest in the Rose Quarter, there is zero reason why we should not be doing this.
Sure, why not? I'm down.
So, and people out there, well, my tax money. I'm like, you have never paid tax money into that unless you're buying tickets. That's, to be honest, that's the biggest problem, is this city has never, ever spent on sports. And if you look around the country, every single city, whether it's red, blue, or purple, is spending on sports, because it is the only thing right now in this country that makes money everywhere.
I think to Patrick's point, we have the Timbers fan base, again, a really major fan base, probably one of the best in the MLS. I think Portland fans are probably just yearning for another thing to care about.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. And what makes Providence Park such a great experience is the area around it.
And what have they done over the last 10 years?
It's great. I love going down there.
And they keep doing more renovations.
getting
They
better
keep
and
getting
better.
it better. That's the deal. If you want to get more out of the region, we all know, Moda Center on a non-game night is a black hole. It just is.
It is, yeah.
There's
you drive
nothing-
by it on I-5 and it might have a cool color on it.
Yeah,
that's it.
but lots are empty. Businesses are empty.
Sure.
It's just something has to be done there. Otherwise, it's just going to turn into a graveyard.
Well, we'll keep an eye on this and see what comes of it. You said they're all meeting in Salem tomorrow about this. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, there's I've heard around 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning in Salem.
So we'll keep an eye on it. I'm with you. I don't think anything bad is going to come of this, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. And if you want to read Bill Ornam's article, you can go over to the Oregonian and check that out. When we come back, we'll slide into the NFL. A weird story continuing to develop out of Atlanta from a rookie, and he no like his girlfriend very much. Very, very, very not much. We'll get into that and some other football and basketball as well on hour number 2, The Firm, 105.1 The Fan.
From the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers walked away with a 135-118 victory over the 76ers last night after a dominant third quarter stretch. Toumani Camara leading the way for the Zers. He posted 30 in the game on 8 of 10 of shooting from beyond the arc. Blazers will travel to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves tomorrow at 5 p.m. Some more NBA news for you as a fight between the Detroit Pistons and Charlotte Hornets broke out in the third quarter of last night's game. That resulted in 4 players being ejected. Musa Diabate, Miles Bridges, Jalen Durant, and Isaiah Stewart were all ejected from the game, as well as Hornets coach Charles Lee, who had to be restrained after going after an official arguing a call. Pistons would go on to win that game 110-104. Ducks men's basketball dropped to 8-16 on the season as they fell to the Indiana Hoosiers 92-74. Ducks now losing 10 consecutive games, the most under Dana Altman. Hoosiers guard Lamar Wilkerson led the way for Indiana. He posted 41 in the contest. And the Olympic Games are underway. We just watched the curling final as it wrapped up here. Sweden taking home the gold over the United States, who will walk away with the silver. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Recruiting with Andrew Nemec, Thursday evenings at
All right, hour number deuce here. If you missed in the first hour, you can download that, the Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com. The Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts, over on the YouTubes. 1051's the channel. Rewind, fast forward. Except in the future, that'd be impossible. A lot to get to this hour. We're kind of in Super Bowl cleanup. There might be some more Super Bowl conversation throughout the week. I saw that Mike Vrabel mentioned that Will Campbell will stay at left tackle. Cool. Gildrake may. Have fun. So maybe we get some of that throughout the week, but we're kind of cleanup duty from the weekend of stuff we missed. An FCS team's making a jump to the big boys.
Woo!
Talk about that in 15 minutes in college basketball.
Saw that one come across the timeline when I was at a Blazers game. Was that Friday night?
I think
threw it
so,
on the dock.
yeah.
I was like, what?
Yep, so that'll be a fun combo to have. And it's a free consultation Tuesday, so get those in, and we'll do that at 12:15, 503-864-6326. Anything you need help with in your life, we are here to take care of you, my friends. Also, we'll have a fun basketball gambling conversation yet again. But the story coming out of Atlanta, boy, keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder, and that would be James Pierce Jr., who maintains his innocence, quote unquote, according to this AP article, as he faces 5 felony charges following his arrest on Saturday night. So let me get this straight. I am innocent, despite being seen in my white Lamborghini crashing into my girlfriend's car multiple times, who was on her way to the police station to turn me in. Also, car ramrod the police car while escaping in my said white Lamborghini. I'm innocent.
And
if the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
It's in 4K. Like, there's so much video of it. It's hilarious. And then there's also video of him running away from and evading arrest. It took James Pierce is a big dude. It took a lot of dudes to take him down.
Well, yeah, he's an NFL player.
Yeah. This is not a, God, I hate saying this because it's so gross. This is not a domestic violence thing that's just going to go away.
No.
He's going to jail.
He's going to go, he's going to serve time.
Yeah, he's going to jail.
Yeah, and
he's going to get assault with a vehicle. He's going to get evading capture. He's going to get resisting arrest.
Because let's be real, if she would have gone to the police and he'd been arrested, he's probably not going to see jail time for that.
As long as it's not a car being ran.
The initial reason she was going to the
it's a restraining order. It's nasty. And community service and a fine because the NFL knows how to handle this.
Yep,
They have the lawyers that
exactly.
do this, and it's gross.
Now he should go to jail.
Yes.
But yes, the NFL would find a way.
Look, I mean, Greg Hardy came back to the NFL. Like, it's going to happen. It's gross as it is. But this is just a wild, wild, wild story. And it's been not more gross, but more gross in a different way in the number of teams that have leaked to media members. Yeah, see, this is why we didn't want James Pierce. That's why we didn't. We know. It's why we dropped him down on draft boards.
Yeah.
And to be clear,
A lot of character issues on him
The-
were wide and bright at
yeah,
draft day.
every team was like, "This dude's talented, but he's nuts." Like, there's a level of crazy you want on your team.
Sure.
Like, you want a guy who's a little cuckoo. Like, you do. It's football.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a reason why the violent crime rate is highest in the NFL. Like, you got dudes who have screws loose. That's just a reality. You're playing a game that is very violent. You have guys that have never really grown up because from the time they're 14, 15 years old, they've been told how great they are, how awesome they are, how nothing they do is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're handed a bunch of money and released into the world. Like, I don't care what background you come from, what race you are, what school you went. Although if you went to Georgia, you're probably, a little extra cuckoo because Kirby's.
He went to Tennessee.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying in general, like,
Yeah, apparently Kirby just like, come on down.
Yeah,
Like, he
it's-
don't care.
oh, you
Those
like
guys get in trouble all
you
the
like
time.
to crash your cars endlessly and get people killed. Like,
High-speed chases with your mom?
Yeah.
Let me get you some keys.
yeah, it's like maybe NIL deals for cars shouldn't exist in Athens. Like, maybe not. And I cue the text from my favorite Georgia football player right now, giving me crap. It's James Pierce Jr. is this is like we
Well,
have done.
He's done,
yeah,
too.
We've done this for a long time. We've seen that. Like, look, I'm a Raiders fan. I've got Henry Ruggs.
That's a nasty one.
Like,
You got a few other names too.
you know what I mean?
That's a
Like,
nasty
you
one.
got a guy killed.
Yeah,
you got a woman killed.
driving drunk is an absolute terrible situation.
Wrecking at 100 miles an hour.
And killing somebody. I mean, you can call that a mistake. That's a pretty rough crime.
Yeah.
You're not beating women,
No.
so to say, but it's still a really, really ugly situation.
And
Especially when you're rich, dude. Just call
Yeah.
somebody.
yes. But this Pierce thing, like when it popped up, I was like, it looked like a Mad Lib. It was so crazy. You were just like, Lamborghini, car crash, evading arrest, resisting arrest, domestic violence, and then you throw in an insert name, Rakia Jackson, WNBA player. You're like, what?
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, this is nuts. And you just kind of work your way down the list and you're just like, well, Arthur Blank, have fun.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate because, like this kid's never going to play football again.
I'm not going to say never.
Okay. Yeah, you might be right.
As gross as
You might
that
be
is.
right. But, I mean, like, that's what you're potentially throwing away here
Yeah.
because
He is very good.
he's very, very good. He's a first-round draft pick, and he would have gone higher if he hadn't been an absolute nut job. But to throw away your entire career because you're mad that your girlfriend's mad at you, maybe you got to look in the mirror, amigo. Maybe some other things are going on in your life that are a lot more troublesome than your girlfriend being mad at you. Also, your girlfriend's a professional athlete, dude. Like, they have the resources that the average woman in that situation probably doesn't have.
Yeah.
And so to walk that line, I don't know. I don't know. I just live in a world where, look, my wife and I can fight whenever we want. Like, no hands are ever drawn.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I got lucky that I was raised by parents that didn't draw fists. So I have some of that privilege. I'm fully aware of that. But it is not very hard. As a parent, it's what I teach my son every single day. You
Look,
don't hit women.
I
You don't.
I say it all the time.
Simple.
Sometimes you need to get punched in the face. Not women.
I mean,
That's-
I don't believe anybody should get punched in the face.
I
but
do.
That's because I'm a pacifist.
I do strongly.
That's because I don't think people should fight each other.
But you don't raise hand. You just don't raise hands to women like that. I don't know why that needs to be said. I don't know why that some people like. Well, but it's like, no, man, you just don't do it. And then to have it go this crazy, the fact that she got out of this, air quotes, okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure mentally, psychologically, spiritually, however you want to define it, she ain't doing great.
Yeah, the Falcons traded their 2026 first-round pick to the Rams for him. He set a Falcons rookie record with team-leading 10.5 sacks Falcons set a team record last year, 57 sacks. The year before, 31, and they were dead
Yeah,
last.
he's good. He's really good.
Yeah.
So from the football side of things, you're losing him.
Also,
you lost the first-round pick.
Why are you hitting people in the Lambo?
That's
Don't
yeah.
you got like a beater truck you can grab?
No, they don't have those.
Dude, I'm not ramming anybody in my
He
Lambo.
plays at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a nice car.
Well, yeah, he's got a
Hey,
Lambo. He had a white Lamborghini.
Also, white Lambo's a move.
Well, of course it's a move.
That's like, that's
yeah. White Lambo is one thing. Crashing white Lambo in other cars intentionally, that's a special kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's a special kind of crazy that I am not going to be a part of.
yeah. No, it's just nasty.
Yeah, I got a Bronco Sport that I like get terrified is going to get scratched in the parking lot out here.
because people here park like a-holes.
They do. Let alone am I ramming you with my white Lambo.
And if you're listening right now, wherever you are in the Toyota Camry, you know who you are. Stop parking like that. We all see you. We all hate you for it.
They probably are upstairs. They're not on this floor.
I think they might be on.
You think
this
they're on this floor?
Well, it's been here when the upstairs ain't here.
Oh man, dude, are you about to start some beef?
I'm just gonna say, stop parking in two spots.
What if it's Boss Man? What if it's the Brand Man?
It's not his.
What if he secretly parks that car there?
To piss us all off?
Yeah.
Because he does it to all of us. All of
Like-
us at some point in time have pointed that car out.
He gets here at like 6 a.m. and like puts it somewhere different every day. And then
Across,
goes back home.
across both lines.
Yeah.
Monster stuff.
That's the Brand Man, dude.
I've twice in the past weeks like think, oh, there's an open spot over there, and I circle around to go get it, and they're in both spots, and I'm like, oh, you monster, you absolute terrorist, what are you doing?
There might be a new monster on the way as they dominated the league below them, but look no further, my friends.
Oh.
It's time to leave FCS and go to the big boys. We'll get to that coming up next. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. 105.1 The Fan.
Getting higgy with it.
We'll have Web Gems coming up here in a little minute. Speaking of getting punched in the face, it's probably where I am a hypocrite. I'm like, I don't believe in violence. Fight breaks out. Ooh, I'm watching.
Ooh, fight, 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 fight.
We'll get to that at Web Gems. We'll talk a little college ball, too, here in a moment. It's a free consultation Tuesday. Get those in, 503-864-6326, or over on the YouTube chat. We'll get to that at 12:15. But, you know, I would say it's probably about time, but I don't know if I ever saw this as reports out there. I guess it's not reports, it's actual confirmation that North Dakota State has agreed to join the Mountain West in football only for 2026.
North Dakota State, heck of a program. In a
10 of the last 15 years.
In a former life, I was stationed in Grand Forks. My girlfriend lived in Fargo, went to North Dakota State. I used to drive 45 minutes down there pretty damn regularly and go to some football games and hang out there. Like, it's they give a damn. They give a damn about their Bison.
Yeah, nice grab for the Mountain West, too. School's expected, North Dakota's expected to pay nearly $12 million to join the league, and it costs $5 million to the NCAA to move to FBS.
They get that sugar beet money.
Look, I'm a little surprised. You know, I just kind of thought, you know, that big jump is a huge jump, and you don't know how it's going to work out for you. So I would be a little hesitant, but when you have that much success and that much continued success, even when you're turning over coaches and players, and you're probably getting FBS schools poaching your players every year now.
Pumping guys into the NFL pretty regularly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, Seahawks, you like Gray Zabel?
Yeah, you might be worth taking the chance. And I'll tell you what, something that has really kind of pissed me off a lot of late is I keep seeing in my timeline the Pac-12 being related to the Mountain West, and it drives me bonkers because stop with that narrative. Like, I don't want to be
supposed to be better than
we're
them.
supposed to be better than that. So stop bringing that to attention.
You're in this, so I'll ask you this: who would you rather be right now? Would you rather be in the position that Washington State is in, or would you rather be in the position that North Dakota State is in?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Who do you think cares more right now?
I think North Dakota State cares way more exponentially. I don't know what their school books look like. I know Wazoo's books aren't amazing
I'll
from
tell
an academic institution
Well,
standpoint.
academic-wise, they're not a powerhouse. But I'll tell you this. Both the University of North Dakota and North Dakota State, while they don't have a Mark Cuban, they do have boosters there that have real money. Like if you're ever in Grand Forks, and heaven forbid that you are, go to Ralph Engelstad Arena. It is a ice hockey palace. I was there 20 years ago, and it was one of the nicest hockey or like indoor arenas, that, you know, a 15, 20,000 seat arena I had ever been in.
I think at the end of the day, I'd rather be Washington State than North Dakota State. The bigger conference, more money, better TV deal. But right now, I think it'd be more exciting to be North Dakota State.
I think there's a legitimate question to ask if you actually do have more money, or if you're investing more money.
Yeah, I'd be interested in what North Dakota's NIL spending is.
Not just that, but like just overall spending in general.
Sure. Let me look
Like,
at that.
that's, you know, we've heard the war chest at Oregon State a lot. And the same thing with Washington
I got
State.
it at Wazoo, too.
Where's it at? Where's the spending? Because North Dakota State's going to pay to be in this. They're coughing up real money to go do this. Now, the Mountain West is not the Pac-12, and it should not be. But if I told you that they followed a path similar to James Madison, would that really shock you?
No, not at all. Look at James Madison now. You know, that investment paid off. That's the model you're looking at.
It's 100% what they're looking at.
Yeah, you were hoping that you go the route of James Madison. And when the Sun Belt folds, which I'm sorry, the smaller conferences are eventually going to start folding, James Madison will be a desired brand for somebody.
You don't
think James Madison could be in the ACC in the next 5 years?
Or if it's not the ACC, I
The
think
big boy?
I was saying, I think our boy down at Army Navy
in America?
Yeah, I think the American Conference is going to come on calling. Old Pernetti's going to sit there and go, "We like excellence here. Come on down, JMU."
2024 North Dakota State's football operating budget was approximately somewhere between $6.5 $7.5 million.
Okay.
Total athletic expenses, athletic department, total expenses $30 million. Now this is just football. They're staying FCS
Mm-hmm.
for everything else.
That's a lot of money at the FCS level.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I'm curious what their NIL was too, you know?
Yeah.
Because
You don't make this move and think we're not going to invest.
totally.
You know what I mean?
You have to know that
you're firing both barrels to do this.
Look, if Washington State and Oregon State are struggling to come up with $5 million in NIL, you have to be ready for that at least, right? They have to have at least $5 million ready to go for NIL. Excuse me. Yeah, I can't figure out what they spent on it. It's always so difficult.
It might not be. It might not be in the public book. It's probably public, but it's probably not recorded in the public books because it's FCS.
I was going to say I don't know if FCS has different rules about this stuff or different ways they go about it. I think I think one thing that will stink about it though is some of the lost tradition. You are a powerhouse. You're used to being in what? They got a 24-team playoff.
I bet you that they're going to come into that. Look, North Dakota State is not a team that if you're an FBS school, you don't schedule Montana. You don't schedule Montana State. You don't schedule North Dakota State because they will sneak up and get you.
Totally. I wonder, speaking of those two schools, I wonder if this impacts them at all. I wonder if, your athletic department is always having these conversations, whether you're North Dakota State or a lesser that's not there every single year, but sometimes like an incarnate word.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while they pop up, but not every year.
But Montana State?
That's
they're
what I'm
there
wondering.
Every single year.
And does the Mountain West come calling for them? Hell, does the Pac-12 come calling for them? Because I know they're still looking for more football members. Yeah, I'm curious where this puts the Grizz and the Bobcats, and if they're starting to think, maybe we should do this too, because they have a lot of sustained success at their level too. Their rivalry has hosted game day.
Yeah.
That tells you something.
If I'm one of those schools or like a North Dakota State, I probably tend to believe that I am in better shape than a lot of Group of Six schools. Like if I told you, or I'm not going to use Rice. They suck, but they have a crap ton of money.
Their baseball program is amazing.
Yes, but they're also private school. They're fine.
They got dollars.
But if I told you, are you better off than Bowling Green? Are you better off than Troy? Are you better off than UAB? Like, are you better off than those, like the bottom dwellers in the Group of Six schools?
Yeah.
I would say unequivocally, you are in a better position going forward, branding-wise, the money that you're investing, your development pipeline. It's funny is like these FCS schools, they've been doing the pipeline stuff forever.
Yep.
Because guys have gone down there to pillage those guys
They're used to
over
it.
and over and over. They're prepared for that. Oh, transfer portal? Psh, we were born in this. You think you know the darkness? We were born in it, molded by it. We've been doing this for 20 years. And genuinely, I think that's something that can pay off for them. They know how to do the quick churn. They know how to identify
They've
guys.
been forced to.
You're in the middle of nowhere. Like Fargo is in the middle of freaking nowhere. It is a 3-hour drive.
Hey, at least
to
I don't have to
Minneapolis.
drive 2 hours like State College.
I mean, yeah, you can fly into
You can
Fargo,
fly into
but you're
Fargo.
flying on a puddle jumper, and it's pricey. I know. I've flown out of there. Like, it's on God, back then, and was it 05, 06? It was like $2,000 for me to fly out of, or no, $3,000 for me to fly out of Grand Forks. It was like $2,000 to fly out of Fargo, which I had to do once, but it was like $700 to fly out of Minneapolis. So I drove 4 hours from Grand Forks to Minneapolis to fly out pretty regularly. But they know this. They know the world that they live in. They don't have illusions of grandeur. They just know who they are and how they can execute.
Yeah, and to your point about their situation in comparison, let's look around the Mountain West real quick, okay? They lose Boise State, San Diego State, Utah State, Colorado State, Fresno State. They are the ones who left and went to the Pac-12.
Yep.
Okay? They gained Northern Illinois.
I would take North Dakota State over Northern Illinois.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Yeah, I don't want to pretend that I know the Mountain West because I don't really watch it.
Sure.
I watch it in basketball sometimes, or at least the old Mountain West was a really good basketball conference. Secretly why I'm stoked about the Pac-12. New Pac-12 should be a good basketball conference. But yeah, if you're North Dakota State, are you in a better spot than Air Force?
No.
Are you in a better spot than Hawaii?
Yes.
Nevada? I would say no.
I'd say no because they have real money.
New Mexico?
Yes.
San Jose State?
Yes.
UNLV? No. Dan Mullen's got that thing humming. UTEP, who is also new to the
no,
to the conference.
They've got Texas money. They're good.
Wyoming. Still riding that Josh Allen train.
I
I think they're
Come to
in
our
the
school.
same
We had
boat.
same
Josh Allen.
same world.
Yeah. So it's like an FCS team is going to join the Mountain West
And be ahead of guys.
and is as at least equal or ahead of 2 or 3 other schools. That's a nice place to be.
It's a good place to be.
Hopefully they don't have to deal with that. Like I know they applied for like playoff eligibility,
The waiver.
immediately. I don't know why they make them sit out.
They don't want anybody looking bad. They don't want them getting JMU'd. Because JMU showed up and said, hold my beer.
Yeah, they were ready to compete in a bowl game that year. They tried to get in, they wouldn't let them. So hopefully they can do that. Hell, dude, what if North Dakota State's in the playoff next year? More unlikely, Signetti wins a title at Indiana, or North Dakota State's in a playoff next year.
Honestly, it was more unlikely Indiana was winning a title.
Boom,
If
exactly.
you're talking historically.
Yeah, boom, exactly. Who's this guy Signetti? Cool story last year. Won't do it again. Oh, Heisman Trophy natty. I would take North Dakota State going to the college football playoff
undefeated season as well.
over undefeated Heisman Indiana.
Yeah.
It's possible.
16-0 Indiana. Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I'm here. I am sitting there. I'm like, outside chance Wazoo in the playoff next year. I see North Dakota State. I'm like, we out.
But that,
We
that
out.
that also gives you an idea. Like, this is nothing against Wazoo.
They're
but,
like the only FCS team that I know that isn't geographic.
and the big part of it is, who do they put in the NFL?
A lot of dudes.
And it's not just like, this guy's like, there's NFL starters out of North Dakota State.
Didn't Trey Lance go to North Dakota
Yes,
State?
Carson Wentz.
The San Francisco 49ers mortgaged their future for a guy out of North Dakota State.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wentz was going to be an MVP if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
18 former Bison are on NFL rosters
Currently.
currently.
That's a
That's a good
big
number.
number,
That's a good
dog,
number.
for an FCS school.
and
That's a really
three
nice number.
former coaches now on NFL coaching staffs.
Then that's the other thing. You want to talk about, pillaging coaches?
Mm-hmm.
North Dakota State, they're born in that.
Yep, they're like, see ya. Yep. Oh, he's
U-
gone. Oh, we liked
USC
you.
did it.
Good luck. Yeah.
Ents, they took Ents from North Dakota State.
That's true.
Like, and
He
he's a head
didn't
coach
even get
now.
a head coach.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude, they have got that. This is the same thing that JMU did. This is the same stinking thing, man. Like, just going down that path. I have more faith in them being successful than a lot of the bottom quarter of FBS.
Ditto. Be fun to watch and see if they can make some noise this year in the Mountain West as North Dakota State has left the SCS for FBS glory. When we come back, let's get into some college basketball. There's been some nice stuff over the weekend and even last night. Start getting you all caught up. Get your gambling papers ready when it comes to the tournament. College basketball is in a great spot, and we'll go there next. But first, lowercase with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers walked away with a 135-118 victory over the 76ers last night after a dominant third-quarter stretch. Toumani Camara leading the way for the Zers. He posted 30 on 8 of 10 of shooting from beyond the arc. Blazers will travel to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves tomorrow at 5 p.m. Some more NBA news for you as a fight between the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets broke out in the third quarter of last night's game. That resulted in 4 players being ejected. Musa Diabate, Miles Bridges, Jalen Durant, and Isaiah Stewart were all ejected from the game, as well as Hornets head coach Charles Lee, who had to be restrained from going after an official arguing a call. Pistons would go on to win that game 110-104. Ducks men's basketball dropped to 8-16 on the season as they fell to the Indiana Hoosiers 92-74. Hoosier guard Lamar Wilkerson leading the way for Indiana. He posted 41 in the contest. And the Winter Olympic Games are underway. We just watched the curling final as it just wrapped up. Sweden taking home the gold over the United States, who will walk away with the silver. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football. The Fan
I don't get it. They're just on giant skis, jumping and flying as far as possible.
I'm a terrible person because I want to see somebody bite it.
And I was just telling you, man, they can't crash. Like, it is not an okay thing.
They're landing. I did the kilometer per hour transition. They're landing at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, dude, like when the snowboarders are doing like tricks in 1900s and all that and then they crap and fall on their face, like, yeah, that happens. That you don't want to crash.
Oh no, because it's not like a tuck and roll situation.
No.
Because the skis kind of like they spring load and like eject you.
Yeah. Also, look what they're wearing. Nothing.
Nothing.
They're wearing absolutely nothing to be as aerodynamic as possible.
With the exception of the taint flap.
That's like wearing jorts and no shirt and crashing on a motorcycle.
Yo, dude.
Like that.
Anytime I see somebody riding a motorcycle in like flip flops and shorts, I'm like,
You're gonna die.
I'm like, oh, you've never wrecked.
Yeah.
You know-
you don't care about your skin very much,
No.
do you?
Like you lay your bike down one time, you will never get back on it again without riding pants.
Oh,
You got
gross.
a night and day difference. You guys watching people nearly die in there. I'm watching.
You're watching dudes dancing on skates.
Hit a little sachet away.
What?
He's kind of killing it right now in figure skating.
Oh, I don't know what sachet away means.
That was a RuPaul reference. We'll see if
Sachet
anyone gets that.
away.
sorry.
Yeah, come on
No.
now.
I never caught the RuPaul stuff. I think she's funny, but I never really watched.
I was
the show.
forced to watch it.
You're forced to
I was
watch it,
forced to watch it.
like eyeballs open, like in
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
The TV was taken over.
Everybody, it's time to get into it. All right, it's time to catch the fever. College basketball's here, baby, and it's been excellent of late.
Oh, man.
It's been absolutely excellent of late. I watched Wire to Wire Duke UNC this weekend, which is weird because I watch enough college basketball that I don't think to myself, oh, Duke North Carolina this weekend, I guess I'll tune into that. No, I was flipping through and there was nothing else really on. So I was watching college basketball and then it just bled into that game.
I told you I got catfished the other day.
You did.
I got catfished. I saw
Yeah.
was it Duke, Kansas?
You texted
It was
me.
two very heavy blue bloods.
I'll look and see what it was.
It was ESPN. I'm like, I didn't know that was on the schedule. Like, we're in conference play. Like, what's going on here?
Dude, it happens to me all the time.
And
Gotcha.
and it was women's. And I was like, look, if you want to watch women's basketball, college basketball, go with God.
Duke Louisville.
Duke Louisville. That's what it was. It was ACC.
Louisville's a very good team.
That's what I saw. I thought that was ACC matchup. I was like, damn, that's this week. I didn't think that was this week. So it's on ESPN. I'm sitting down. I'm like getting ready to cook, and I'm just like, oh, let's throw the. Oh, you son of a! Because they just say college basketball.
Yep. That's what it said. I saw that too, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Duke's not playing. I saw the rankings, and I was like, those aren't accurate men's rankings.
I just saw like very quickly on my YouTube TV, like the Duke Louisville on ESPN. I was like, because it's just a box, and I just clicked. I was like, oh hell yeah! Click that on real quick, and I was like, oh, you son of a, you catfish me!
The two teams fighting for the number one spot in the
ACC. Yeah, that's why I was like, count me in, baby.
I don't think Louisville's that good this year in men's basketball.
Oh, yes.
Are they? I haven't watched them.
I'm looking at women's records too.
Oh, yeah. No, but Louisville's got some studs on that team.
Do they? I haven't
Yeah.
seen them this year
No.
yet.
But no, college basketball is great. Did you see what happened last night?
No
And
Peterson? Peterson?
Did you see what came out of the no Peterson?
No, what?
I do not advocate this.
I mean, Kansas won.
Yes, they upset number one Arizona, gave them their first loss.
Did you know that Kansas has never beaten a number one team at Allen Fieldhouse?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're usually the ones that are number
I
one.
guess, but still, like, that's surprising. But there was a scorekeeper, like, gets paid by the school kind of a deal.
Oh, dude, is this gambling stuff?
Tangentially, you could definitely say it's there, but there was somebody sitting behind him, filming him texting somebody.
I did see something like this.
And he texted somebody that Bill was talking to DP, Darren Peterson, and basically said, don't go out there and half-ass it, because apparently he was sick. And there's videos of him going through warm-ups just looking like
Dog.
twice fried dog. And he goes, if don't go out there and half-ass it. If you're not going to play, then don't play. And Peterson said, F it, I'm out. But he's sending somebody this text before the game. Now, there has been some scuttlebutt around Darren Peterson.
It is kind of weird, his availability and non-availability.
It's been Shaden-esque.
I was just about to make that similar.
Shaden shut it down because he knew he was going to be a
Shaden
lottery
rolled
pick.
his ankle in his first practice at Kentucky and was like, "Hey, I'm good."
Because that COVID
That's
era.
literally
it's like-
what he was like.
yeah.
"Hey, I'm good," and he went 7th overall in the draft.
Because COVID era was what it was and all those kind of things. Peterson's talent, he's the highest guard prospect since Markelle Fultz. And before anybody's like, Markelle Fultz,
Oh, Fultz
go
was.
look at Markelle Fultz at the University of Washington.
As somebody who hates the Huskies, I'm very aware of how highly ranked Markelle Fultz was.
Him and Tease were on the same team at UW. There's no other offense on that team, and Markelle Fultz was basically a 50, 40, 90 guy.
Went
on
#1 overall.
Crazy volume. Markelle Fultz was a bucket. Like, he was looked at as like, this guy's going to run your offense in a way that you can't believe. Then he had thoracic outlet syndrome. His arm and shoulder and neck went completely bonkers.
And he was part of the process. That was his fault.
Yeah, forgot how to shoot, and bleh, there we go. But Darren Peterson is the best guard prospect since him, and he's probably better.
Mm-hmm.
And Peterson, basically every time he touches the floor for Kansas, they win. And he is just a bucket.
He's
and
a game changer for him for sure.
his ability to shoot is this is not like white guy running off screen shooter. This is on ball creation scoring. And he does it efficiently at every level while being a freak athlete, while being 6'5" barefoot. Like, he is a prospect.
Yeah, the 4-1s have all been on display of late. DeBonsa is shooting his absolute brains out
He has
right
been
now.
on a tear.
BYU has been struggling of late.
Richie Saunders forgot how to shoot.
Yeah,
apparently.
I've been watching them because DeBonsa is so fun to watch. They have been struggling lately, but, I mean, he is bailing them out of situations left and right. Watch the Duke-UNC game. Cam Boozer, as advertised. Caleb Wilson, as advertised. Those kids are very, very, very good.
Yep.
I'm not a Hubert Davis fan. I've told you this in the past. I don't get it. Not my Huckleberry. Tough to follow Roy, so I get that. But that North Carolina team is going to surprise some people. They're not like last year where they had no business getting in the tournament. They somehow championed their way in and then were just dog when they got in.
By the way, on Louisville last night, it's one of the games I've been going back to watch. Mikhail Brown, who's also going to be a top 10 pick, he broke the ACC freshman scoring record in a game last night. He had 45 and hit 10 threes.
Didn't they score like 100-plus points too?
Yeah, they went absolutely bonkers.
It's hard to do in college basketball.
They beat NC State 118-77.
Multiple 40-point nights last night.
In college basketball. A 40-point night in college basketball.
Freshman record was Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, it was 42. A 100-point night or 40-point night in college basketball is like a 65-point night in the NBA. Like, that's when you are cooking like that with a longer shot clock, with a game that's that compressed, where spacing is absolute nightmare fuel.
Number of possessions go down
So,
dramatically.
like, you have to be, number one, incredibly efficient. Number two, playing fast. Number three, beating defenses that are saying literally anybody but you. So that, like, when you like. This draft is not the best draft we've ever seen, but there's three, no doubt, franchise cornerstones.
Don't you think Wilson at 4?
He's right on the edge.
Yeah.
It's the lack of shooting for me. But he's 6'10", plays like an
talent.
absolute psychopath, is a rim finishing. Like, he wants to baptize you every single time, which I love. But the top three are Peterson, Boozer, and DeBonsa. And you pick your flavor. They all have just glowing reviews as far as players. Then you get into the Mikhail Browns, you get into the Caleb Wilsons, you get into the Nate Ament, if you want to believe in him at Tennessee. Like,
But who was it that what was the trade that had the protected lottery pick that we were talking about?
Pacers and Clippers.
Pacers and Clippers,
Yeah.
and that lottery
It's top 4 and it's
10 through 30
Yes, so 5 through 9 would go to the Clippers. I'm telling you that the 5 through 9 crop is going to have some dudes in it. But that top 4,
is special.
that top 4 has got, like, if you take any of those 4 guys, Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, Cam Boozer, Caleb Wilson, you throw that player on Indiana with Tyrese Halliburton coming back, Pascal Siakam, and Visa Zubac, Nembhard, like, that's a really good team. Like, that Rick Carlisle is going to have that team play. I'm not going to say that. I do. I actively root for certain teams to win a lottery in a given year. I want to see the Pacers win the lottery and go get a dude.
My
They've
Indiana
never had that.
Pacers.
They've
My
never had
Indiana
it.
Pacers.
Be so fun.
DeBonsa with Hallie over there. That'd be fun. Darren Peterson running point.
Any of them.
Any
Cam
of 'em.
Boozer.
Ooh, Cam Boozer. Ooh. Dude, I'm a Pacer fan, man.
No, I would love
I'm
to
about
see
to
the
buy a
Pacers
hat.
win the lottery. Love it.
If you want to watch a game tonight, Purdue is at Nebraska. That'll be a fun game to watch if you want to get into stuff. Cougs at Gonzaga tonight.
Michigan just keeps on rolling.
21.5-point dogs. We're going to get housed.
Yeah, tonight's not a great night. Not a great
No,
slate.
no.
But is it Thursday night?
But there are some teams on display tonight that you can have fun with. Iowa State is probably the best defense in the country again. So they're really fun to watch. That's all I got.
I know there's some matchups coming up.
Cal's
this
going to
week.
do something weird with Arkansas on the
Oh,
tourney.
it's Saturday. Saturday's got the matchups. It's Clemson, Duke, Kansas, Iowa State,
Oh, that's going to be a game. Hopefully Peterson plays that.
and then old Patino gets to drive the nail home in the career wins.
He beat his kid again last night.
Mhm.
Stop, Dad. I'm already dead.
So-
Kentucky, Florida.
Yeah, no, there's
Side note, I heard in Swag's update this morning the Ducks have lost 10 in a row.
and they've been getting kind of slapped around.
Yeah,
haven't they?
8-16 on the season.
Is
now.
Altman going to get housed?
There was talk a couple years ago, was it 2 years ago, that he was possibly stepping down.
All the rumors I have heard is that he hates college basketball.
Which is funny because he's operated in an era like,
Dude, he is the most used car salesman in the world.
yeah. That's weird. How did Khalil wear Troy Brown? Like, that doesn't line
Yeah,
up with what Oregon recruits.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll move on from him.
Look,
I'm also curious how much Oregon cares about basketball.
Dana's a heck of a coach,
Oh, Dana's a super smart X's O's. Very good back
but
end.
he might be one of those guys that's like, I don't like this era of basketball.
I think that's what it is. Texas Tech, Arizona on Saturday as well, unless you already said that and I blacked out.
Yeah, no,
which is
this
possible.
Saturday's got a nice little slate.
Gonzaga, Santa Clara, sneaky good little game. Santa Clara, sneaky team.
Women's South Carolina versus LSU. That'll be a good
That's
game.
always a fun one.
That'll be a really good game.
Yeah, I like some good hatred.
Again, Mulcahy versus Don Staley. That'll be fantastic.
Old Kim. Boy, who's more unlikable, their football coach or their basketball coach?
Hope you all had a shitty day.
Well, he's gone.
Well, I know. But if it was Brian Kelly or
Oh,
Kim,
yeah, yes.
I might take Brian Kelly over Kim. She seems insufferable, dude.
And yet there are people that go to bat for her.
She's a good
Championships,
coach.
man.
She's a good
Championships.
coach.
Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah.
She's a good coach.
Whereas you don't ever hear anybody going to bat for Brian Kelly.
What has Brian Kelly ever done?
I know, but still, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things.
technology and stuff.
I
Yeah.
guess. We come back. It's everybody's favorite web gems. We'll do that next. 105.1 The Fan. right, this is everybody's favorite Web Gems due at 11:45. We'll have free consultation at 12:15 in the Big Nooner. Get those in 503-864-6326. We're also going to have another basketball and gambling conversation because they just won't go away. Despite the fact that I want them to go away.
You say that until March.
That is true. It is the only time of the year that I gamble.
Mm.
I'm very excited about that, though.
It'll be fun.
I'm very excited. Do we do 2 shows up there or just 1? We do 2, right?
Our,
Thursday and Friday?
Our slot does 2.
Our slot does 2.
So.
Morning boys, they only do 1?
Yeah, because day of, there's nothing.
Yeah, nothing's going on yet.
there.
Web Gems brought to you by the NBA. I am not a fan of violence, but these guys were last night. I'm always curious, too, like, with the amount of S talked in NBA basketball games, what do you got to do to get someone to honestly fight you? You know? Like, if KG can say the things that I've heard KG say, I mean, also, KG looks like a dude that would hit me very, very hard, so I'm not interested in that. But with these cats last night in Detroit and Carolina, or Charlotte, excuse me, they were not. People were very angry.
So, if you didn't see what happened, Diabate for the Hornets, hard foul Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren took, I wouldn't say offense, but he definitely gave the what the bleep are you doing to him. Diabate was like, what do you mean, what am I doing? And went nose to nose with him. Did the old head-to-head kind of deal and did the push forward with his forehead. Jalen Duren, who, if you are not aware of what he looks like, think the Greek god of basketball.
Yeah.
He was 17 years old in college and looked bigger. I saw him play against Chet here in Portland, Memphis, Gonzaga. And I went, oh, he's going to bend Chet over his knee and snap him in half.
6'10", 250.
And that's underselling it. He is probably 275 pounds of pure, unadulterated, hate-filled muscle.
He's 22 years old.
He is he doesn't even have his man body yet. He is terrifying. And he is very athletic, very strong.
Who's it that ran away from him?
It wasn't him. It was Charles Lee ran away from Isaiah Stewart. Beef Stew has his reason. His name for a
Isaiah
reason.
Stewart looked like a madman once he finally got out of people holding him back.
And here's what ended up happening. Jalen Duren, after Diabate goes head-to-head, uses his giant dinner plate hand and puts it and like palms Diabate's face. Like you just see his face disappear. And then it turns into a full-on fracas. Some punches are thrown. And one, like, Jalen Duren's kind of like, I would bet money Jalen Duren trains with a boxer or an MMA fighter in the offseason. The head movement was spectacular. Like, Diabate couldn't land anything on him. Some actual punches are thrown. They get broken up and they get kind of back together again because they're two large dudes. It breaks up again, and Miles Bridges, king dumbass.
King dumbass.
I mean, you want?
I love that thought.
I mean,
king idiot.
Just the dumbest of dummies.
Fair comment.
I mean, you want to talk about Pierce and his stupidity? Go look up Miles Bridges' stupidity. It's a long sheet of stupid. I have no respect for the dude. He suckers Jalen Duren.
Mm-hmm.
Like, while guys are being held back, and he does the normal thing that the staggering majority of the NBA does when they do sucker somebody. The backpedal ensues.
Totally.
Off the corner on the bench is Isaiah Stewart. If you're not aware of Isaiah Stewart, imagine in your head the most terrifying 6'9", dreaded out dude in your head, and you probably have Isaiah Stewart in your head. He is a psychopath of epic proportions. I would love him on my team. If you want to go back to a Portland tie, Jimmy Moe was assistant coach for Terry Stotts, coached the Remix. He was an assistant coach on the Pistons staff. He is the one that is holding back Isaiah Stewart when him and LeBron got into it a couple of years ago when he got his eyebrow busted open. Jimmy Moe's 6'8", probably 250, big old dude, and he can barely hold on to Beef Stew. Beef Stew, when he sees red or goes blackout, whatever you want to call, not a man you want to contain.
I can't get past the fact that his nickname is Beef Stew.
Because he wants the beef and he's going to stew it up.
You got audio?
You got audio?
Yeah.
Hit me with the good
for you
stuff.
right now.
Hit it.
The NBA in fouls per game. Clearly, fouling is not a problem for a good defensive team. And Duran is fouled, and oh my goodness. And Moose is upset. Moose is really upset.
Really upset.
I have never seen Musa Diabate like this. Oh my goodness, now Miles and Duran and Beef Stew.
Big
This is
Snow.
control. Oh wow.
So crazy. They need better. They got to call this better.
Yeah, this goes on for another minute. The fact that there's just so much dead audio.
I know, dude.
Well,
you got to.
He'll be suspended for a while.
I think there's a part of this where you don't want to go. We can drop it out. I think there's a part of this where they don't want to be like punches are thrown. It's like that's evidence that you enter into the court, kind of a deal. Like they're just like,
Ooh, he really got him
yeah.
there.
So what ends up happening there is you get the Miles Bridges sucker, and Stewart leaves the bench. And if you watch the video, there is probably 10, 12 people around Miles Bridges and on his side, and there's probably like 7 or 8 on Duran's. They all like sense Beef Stew coming off the bench at full speed.
Is this part?
You can see that Charles Lee scatters like it's a stampede. And Miles Bridges is lucky that Isaiah Stewart had people in between him and Bridges because he was going to kill him.
Is this part of the growth of Charlotte? Like in a positive way? Again, I don't really like fighting. I don't like violence. You know me. I'm a wuss like that. But is this part of that growth? Because that team seems to be coming out of.
I mean, they'd won 9 straight.
I know, but like those little things that you start to add on
The
top.
galvanizing moments.
Now we're gonna fight people.
But also, this is what Detroit does.
Just piss you off to the point.
Yeah, they play physical. Like they have Jalen Duran, they have Beef Stew. Like they've got Tobias Harris was in that too. Like they've got dudes who want to grab, push. That they are Detroit bad boys. They genuinely are. There's also you found the team that is actively looking to fight. Isaiah Stewart is looking to fight.
Ooh, not me.
James Johnson is out of the league. Isaiah Stewart is the most terrifying dude in the league because, look, the staggering majority of these guys, they'll say they're about that action. They're not. And that's just the reality in the world. Look, Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody got a plan until they get hit. Those guys have thrown punches. You can just see when a guy is like Steven Jackson is a guy in the NBA when he was in the NBA was going to fight. Ron Artest was going to fight.
Yeah, I've seen Ron fight.
Like most guys are not. They want to mix it up. They want to talk big. Beef Stew wants to throw punches, and here's the problem for the Pistons: is they're a very good team, and Isaiah Stewart is a very good player. He's a very good bench big. He's a fringe starter for a lot of teams in the league. He's going to get a massive suspension out of this.
Yeah.
Because number one,
Came
he
off the bench.
left the bench.
Yep.
Number two,
always the no-no.
He is a massive repeat offender.
I think that's the biggest issue.
No
The fact
time
that
out for good behavior.
You have probably 4 or 5 different video evidence of Isaiah Stewart
Of you
acting
being
a fool
Craig.
out on the court.
And it's not like nose to nose, like let's go. It's like no, it's
full
full
swing.
swings.
Get out the deer's way.
Yeah, and but again, and this probably says a lot about me. Love to have him on my team.
Totally.
I want a dude that wants to go to war for me
Sure. Why not? Why not?
because he didn't go after Miles Bridges because he went after him. He went after Miles Bridges because he suckered his teammate. I love having that guy on my team.
When we come back, we'll start the Big Nooner. It's a free consultation Tuesday, so get those in. But we'll start off. Giannis is back in the news, and it's not cool stuff, in my opinion. So we'll get to that. And again, free consultation. Any help you need, your personal life, your sports life, your work life, whatever it is, send those in, and we'll take care of you. That's next on Portland Sports Leader 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers walked away with a 135-118 victory over the 76ers last night after a dominant third-quarter stretch. Toumani Camara leading the way for the Zers. He posted 30 on 8 of 10 shooting from beyond the arc. Blazers will travel to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves tomorrow at 5 p.m. Some more NBA news for you as a fight between the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets broke out in the third quarter of last night's game, resulting in 4 player ejections. Moussa Diabate, Miles Bridges, Jalen Duran, and Isaiah Stewart were all ejected from the game, as well as Hornets coach Charles Lee, who had to be restrained from going after an official arguing a call. Pistons would go on to win that game 110-104. Ducks men's basketball dropped to 8-16 on the season as they fell to the Indiana Hoosiers 92-74. Hoosier guard Lamar Wilkerson leading the way for Indiana. He posted 41 in the contest. The Winter Olympic Games are underway right now as the men's single qualifier in figure skating is live, with Andrew Torgashev currently in second place representing the U.S. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 to 7. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080.
All right, 2 down, 1 to go here. The firm of Harrison Meringue. We do this bad boy every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thanks for being a part of our day. We're happy to be a part of yours. It's a Tuesday. That means any help you need. Some consultation is free of charge. Won't cost you a penny. You know, radio is free. So is YouTube. Apparently not uninterrupted YouTube. I swear this just started today. Does it mean
they push some update?
Does it mean that we've made it in the YouTube algorithm? Are we getting enough traction that now we require ads?
I've been getting ads for you guys.
Really? When you're watching at home?
Yeah.
Today's the first day I've ever noticed it. Look at Casey over there, P1 of the show. That's my guy.
Gotta love it.
I did laugh out there. We were talking about rappers out there, and Jake, our social meds dude, he was like, he had no idea who Andre Nicotina was. An old 24-year-old lowercase out here just starts laying down flows from the great Nicotina.
There you go.
Color of the Bins.
Dude, he's so good.
I seriously, I think he might hold the record for most shows at the Roseland. It's between him and Tech Nine.
Tech Nine. Dude, I love Tech Nine.
There was a period where those two, Cool Nuts and Too Short, were playing like 3 or 4 shows a year.
Did I
at
tell
the
you?
Roseland.
Did I tell you I've seen Too Short live in Pullman in the basement of a bar?
That sounds about right.
Okay, and it was right when Blow the Whistle came out. Mofo played the song twice. Like, opened the show with Blow the Whistle, and then he played a bunch of bangers that we knew because we love Too Short. I was teaching at the time, so I'm a lot older than these college students, so they have no idea old Too Short.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, he did Blow the Whistle again. Place went nuts.
What's my favorite word?
Play the hits, baby.
Too Short, dude. Oh, man, I love Too Short.
Gotta love it.
My friends do this thing. You know what? I'll hold this for free consultation. It's not really consultation, but I will ask the question. Casey, I think you'll really like this. It's about alien spaceships and rappers. Can someone remind me in case my idiotness comes through and I forget?
I like it. I like it.
This story came across my timeline. We're all familiar with Kalshi.
Kalshi.
It is not a betting
It is
platform.
a prediction market.
It
That
is
is
a-
how you have the vernacular around it, so it is not technically gambling.
It's trading.
I will say, even though I look at it and it disgusts me, let me real quick. Golf clap for creativity, for finding the loopholes in the system.
Yeah, oh, without a doubt. 'Cause they
Tremendous work.
They are a money trading platform, not gambling. I like how the NFL was like, we will not allow them to advertise during our events because we only want our sports betting.
Yeah, because we don't
companies
want
involved.
anybody else who's spending billions on us to get mad at us.
Cue the
People,
Backstreet.
Yeah.
people wagered, people
They bought stocks.
bought stocks
Mhm.
up to $23 million on whether or not and where Giannis Antetokounmpo would be traded at the deadline.
Mhm.
$23 million on just Giannis and if he's going to get traded, and if so, where he's going to go. 2 days later, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's got a stake in that brand.
Mhm.
How is this okay?
Especially with what you have going on currently with Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups.
Eh,
What you have already closed on Jonte Porter.
What you already have with Tim Donaghy?
Yes.
Like, this is not an okay thing.
So where this is a major issue, and it popped up with Shams Charania before he got to ESPN when he was on the FanDuel Sports Network, and he was telling everybody that Paolo Banchero was not going number one, that it was Chet Holmgren that was indeed going to go number one to the Magic. It is an information controlled.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a game controlled. Now you can have guys who shave points, and,
Sure.
or you can go full.
It's all possible.
We haven't even circled back to your boy yet, Emmanuel Clase. It ain't one or two times. What was it? 68 they have documented now.
I think 48.
48. Okay, that's a lot. That's more than one or two.
Ooh, it's not good.
Yeah, he's cooked.
How many times do pitchers have outings in a season?
Yeah, that's.
Emmanuel Clase is a closer on a playoff caliber team.
So
Went
but
to the ALCS 2 years ago.
my point being, you can manipulate those, but information is infinitely manipulable.
100%. It's not even close.
So Shams comes out and says, this is a couple years ago, this is the Paolo Chet Jabari draft, that the Magic are going to take Chet. Well, guess what FanDuel's taking bets on? Who's going number one? And this is in the lead up to the NBA draft. You're telling me that there's nothing there? That everything was on the up and up there?
Yeah.
I absolutely, totally, wholly do not buy that.
I
You could present 1,000 documents to me to the contrary. I don't buy it for a second.
Yeah, I read an article the other day that was like kind of talking about, and I get it, but I also am not involved, and it's easy for me to not really pay attention to it. I was talking with somebody like, I was talking with my buddy Chris, and he is a gambler. He loves, and we talk spreads and points and stuff like that all the time. But I'm pretty good about using gambling tidbits as just like what the experts think, and then they
they're
relate
good
it to
jumping off
money.
points. Yeah,
Totally.
100%.
Like, we think this team is going to win by this much. I think this player is going to score this many points, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm very fortunate that I'm able to separate gambling from my sports watching. But there is a growing group of people, and it's getting bigger and bigger, that are getting more vocal about sports being ruined because of gambling.
Well, there's also
and the
people-
number one culprit is the NBA. I've heard Rob talk about this a lot because I've talked with him about gambling over the years because he's really into it, and he has said it on the air, off the air. If you gamble on the NBA on a night-to-night
You're a
basis,
sicko.
you're nuts. You're absolutely bonkers. That is a world that I don't want to
It's like
touch.
gambling on baseball.
Yeah,
It's like-
it's just, I have no idea. I don't care if it's Blake Snell against Danny Meringue on the mound. I'm not betting on a baseball game because Blake Snell could have a blister in the first inning for all I know.
Yeah.
And Danny could be making his major league debut, and I never heard of him, and he throws 6 innings of shutout ball.
It's just it's all very dumb. But the information part of this, like, look, Giannis can't quote unquote dictate where he goes because he has a general manager that's doing that job, but he can funnel information.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an active athlete, you should not be allowed to have stake or participate in any information trading, betting, speculation industry in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA should absolutely hammer the players' union over this.
Without a doubt.
It's not just Giannis. Kevin Durant also has a stake in
Oh,
this.
I saw that as well. And it's just you're opening more and more guys to this. And
I'm not
you
trying
are-
to take money out of their pockets.
No,
this
no,
is
no.
a no-no.
It's just a no. You're already in a position where your sport looks. I mean, the NBA has so many issues right now, and gambling is a big one of them.
Yeah, you have a current head coach currently in federal custody. Well, he's
Yes.
out on bail, but
Yes.
Again, it's just devaluing the integrity of the sport.
A sport that is already struggling a little bit with integrity at
Exactly.
times. The NBA has that major issue, and they're just going to allow this to wreck their league even more. I mean, basketball's never going to go away, but guess what? You know what basketball made in profit last year? $10.5 billion. You know what baseball made in profit last year? $10.5 billion. Is baseball about to jump basketball?
Well, did you see what
I would have never thought that in my
did you
lifetime.
see what the NBA's touting going into All-Star Weekend?
What?
There are 200 plus influencers that are going to be out there and doing content.
Cool.
Anything but actually care about the game.
Cool.
What has baseball done? Baseball, to my chagrin, has not invested enough in marketing.
Agreed. I need Juan Soto on more posters.
But
I need Shohei on more
Mike
posters.
Trout.
I need
Yes.
Judge to have himself his
Yes.
own courtroom.
Yes. I need guys in commercials and whatever you do. Sell out. I don't care. Go Ice Cube.
Go market.
Yeah, go Snoop Dogg. Like, you can sell out
I
all you
quit
want for all I
smoking.
care.
Here's my new smokeless grill.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Those are also very great. They work fantastic.
but with baseball, what have they done over the last decade?
It's all about on the field.
Prioritizing
It's
the
all about baseball.
product.
Look, I listen to MLB radio all the time. I watch MLB Network all the time.
MLB TV is the best. Well,
all they do is talk
NFL
about baseball.
might have passed it because they bought the same product that that MLB developed.
Before Brendan Donovan got traded to the Mariners, I would hear guys mention it, but they're mentioning him because he's a current St. Louis Cardinal.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, St. Louis is going to look to rebuild. We'll see what they do with Brendan Donovan. But if they keep Brendan Donovan, they look da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because it's not just about, the trade deadline's over, so what do we have to talk about now? Nothing. You know what? Giannis should get traded in the offseason. And it's for a league that is struggling on its optics. It feels like their optics are getting worse and worse and worse.
Just because of Adam Silver.
I didn't have it.
He's not equipped for that job.
I didn't have it on my bingo card that he sucks as a commissioner.
Well, he was handed the golden goose on day one. Hey, get rid of the rampant racist in LA. And everybody's like, oh!
I know. Got me.
And
you want
he
to
is-
talk about being catfished? The league catfished
yes, very much so. He has bungled pretty much everything since then.
me. Ugh.
Just inconsistent, wishy-washy. Like I hate it.
Free Consultation Tuesday is next. 503-864-6326 or over on the YouTubes. We'll have some fun in the final hour here of this fine program. 105.1 FM, 1080 AM. Free consultation here on a Tuesday. 503-864-6326 or the YouTube chat. I have a homework assignment for you boys that we'll get to in about 15 minutes as a part of free consultation for funsies. Oh, there's some really sad lady crying on my TV.
Is she sad because she's happy, or is she sad because she's sad?
It wasn't that lady. It was a different one.
Oh, okay.
Somebody was crying and someone was real upset. Them skaters, man, they got a lot of emotions.
Thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
You know, a lot of emotions when you're figure skating. Free consultation. This is an opportunity that we give you free advice. Won't cost you $1. Anything in your personal life, your private life, sports life, whatever it might be. You got someone at work that you hate? Let it out. You got hate in your heart? Let it out.
It's a good place for
That's a Dave Chappelle line. Can't say the next line. Otherwise, people would be very upset.
it. Nope.
All I want to do is say it now. Don't press the button. Press the button. Free consultation. How are you supposed to date as a man in your late 30s, early 40s? Where are you supposed to meet people? Is it just online? These days, is it universally creepy to approach people in the wild? How to go to work, go to the gym, go home to my cats, wash, rinse, repeat is a depressing cycle.
I mean, I just went through it.
Yeah, I mean, my wife and I have been together for almost 6 years, and I'm 40. So I was in my 30s. I think never underestimate the fact that people still, especially our age, as I am a 40-year-old, still are used to kind of traditional sense of meeting people.
Yeah, because when it gets a little bit younger than us, it gets very strange.
It gets very weird.
Very quickly.
Very weird.
There's like rules around things that you do and don't do on social media, and just, you know, the like what a first date actually looks like, what's acceptable, what's not, who you approach, how you approach. It's like, it's just, if you want to go talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. If they think you're a creep for talking to them, then they're not somebody you want to be with anyways. It's just,
yeah, and I mean, you can't just. I think what's creepy is if you were at, you know, the gym, church, a bar, whatever you want to choose, and you just walk up to somebody and you're like, "Hey, I'd like to take you out. Here's my number." That doesn't really work. But you can find ways to talk to people organically.
it worked for me.
Yeah, talk to people organically, continue that conversation, and then if things are going well in that conversation, then you can ask. Because most people aren't going to be like, "Oh, I've never spoke to you in my entire life, and you just asked for my number and I gave it to you." I don't know if people work that way anymore.
Well, we did.
The collective we,
Yeah,
or
when we were younger, that's
Sure.
exactly. I mean, that's what I did.
well, I would always go to bars and I would talk to girls first
I mean,
before I just was like, "Hey, baby,
I went straight for
we
the number.
doing this?"
I went straight for the
Just
number. It worked.
Straight Baker.
It worked for me then.
I also think you can't be scared of the rejection either. You got to kind of be okay that you will fail before you succeed.
Now,
I think that's the biggest thing.
well, and then again, the other part of this is, and your era has to deal with it significantly more. The whole like idea of like some girl's gonna go on social media afterwards and put you on blast and like sneak take a picture of you. Like, number one, what the hell? Number two, like, I get it to an extent. Like, and I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the men, and that like why you don't want to. Like, I've heard some horror stories from younger dudes, and I'm just like, no, absolutely not.
I think you also have to be very aware. I don't know how to phrase this because I don't want to say lower your standards. I don't mean that. But I think you have to be more open to other people's journeys in life. Okay? Casey, if you are 24 and you and your wonderful girlfriend split, I don't know if at 24 it's a good idea for you to date someone with kids.
No.
You might be there, but an average 24-year-old, they should. I don't know if they're there to be a bonus dad, like myself. But when you get to our age, there are a lot of people that have different situations that you're going to normally open yourself up to. And that's another thing I would say as consultation of dating in your 40s is a lot of people come with their own type of baggage, and some of that baggage is really cool. My 3 kids are really cool baggage. Some baggage is difficult too. You know, if you had an abusive ex-partner, you know, that creates some issues, can take a little longer to build up trust. And people just, things are at their own level. When you're our age, you've kind of made up your mind politically, religiously, what food you like, what you like to do for fun. There may be things you've never been introduced to, but like I'm 40 years old and I kind of know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
There might be things down the road. Oh, I never thought I'd get into this. Like I never played soccer as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but somewhere down the line, I got really into it on TV. Didn't have that on my bingo card.
Sure.
So things like that might change, but who you are, your morals and stuff are pretty much nailed in.
Yeah, I think so. To an extent, I think you can change, you can mature, you can grow. You can regress even. But the whole idea of just not doing it, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I came out of a divorce. I didn't think of it. What's funny is I told you I've never told this story on air. When I told you the Friday before I met my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
there's 3 things that I don't like that are like not really my thing. It was like chest tattoos, septum piercings, and I don't know if I want to date somebody with kids.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hit all 3 and hit the absolute lottery with the most wonderful human I have ever met in my entire life. That was
Speak
3
into
days
existence.
before I met her. 3 days, like that is. Harris will tell you flat out that is. There's no BS
Ding.
to that.
Nope.
All 3 things,
I was there.
and my girlfriend has all 3 things, and she is amazing.
What's an appropriate waiting period? Wait a sec. If you and your partner have more than 15, 20 years, is a Valentine's Day gift important? Amigo, I've been,
That's a between you two thing.
and Checkered, I've been with my lady for 6 years. I don't know if we've ever done Valentine's Day. Our kids love it. We do stuff for our kids. They do the Valentine's at school. We'll watch some mushy movie or make red stuff all day. Like we do for our kids, but I don't buy my wife anything.
I'll come home with flowers and something
Yeah,
from the bakery.
I might get flowers. Yeah, I might get flowers.
Mine might be listening, so I'm pleading the 5th right now.
It's okay, but yeah, I might get flowers.
Good choice.
I might get flowers.
And that's not in a negative way. She just can't. She knows we're going out to dinner. That's all she knows.
Don't want to spoil it.
My wife also knows that I am a very big stickler when it comes to corporate holidays. I do not need Mother's Day to remind me to tell my mom that I love her. I try to tell her that as many times as possible. I do not need a day to remind me that my wife is very important to me. My partner is very important to me. I try to do that every single day. Just like I don't need a day to tell me to go get drunk. I know the value of that, and I do that every single day. So, don't make me go on St. Patty's Day.
And yet you will.
Also, my name is Patrick. I think that really, really bothers me.
Why? Because it's Patty?
I think so. Yeah. I don't like drinking on St. Patty's Day. Could be the restaurant guy in me, too. That kind of makes me angry.
So when St. Patrick's Day rolls around, you're not going to drink.
I think it's a Tuesday. Oh, no, I'll drink at home. I don't need to be told when and where to drink. Do
I
that
know
on my own.
that.
Do that on my own.
That might be a problem.
No, it's only a problem if you admit it.
And you would never admit it.
Never. I'll die on that hill.
Oh, you'll die.
More consultation next, but first, Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Multnomah Medical Clinic, a vascular healing clinic for chronic conditions. Stop masking the symptoms and start fixing the problem at multnomahmedical.com. First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers walked away with a 135-118 victory over the 76ers last night after a dominant third quarter stretch. Toumani Camara leading the way for the Zers. He posted 30 on 8 of 10 shooting from beyond the arc. Blazers will travel to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves tomorrow at 5 p.m. Some more NBA news for you as a fight between the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets broke out in the third quarter of last night's game, resulting in 4 player ejections. Musa Diabate, Miles Bridges, Jalen Durant, and Isaiah Stewart were all ejected from the game, as well as Hornets head coach Charles Lee, who had to be restrained from going after an official arguing a call. Pistons would go on to win that game 110-104. Ducks men's basketball dropped to 8-16 on the season as they fell to the Indiana Hoosiers 92-74. Hoosier guard Lamar Wilkerson led the way for Indiana. He posted 41 in the contest. And the Winter Olympics are underway. Right now, the men's singles qualifier in figure skating is live, with Andrew Torgashev currently in second place, representing the United States. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad Taylor.
Even almost got married. And for Pete, I'm so
You like that? I added that the other day, Danny. Threw a little Ariana on this bad boy. Class this joint up a little bit. I think I'm in.
So I'm busy jamming.
I am in on Ariana Grande as the musician. I think I'm out on the actor.
I think I am too.
I think so too.
Did she act in something?
Wicked?
Oh, you think I care about that Phoebe Pilot?
I mean, I haven't seen either. My kids liked it. Yeah. I was listening to some Ariana the other day, and like I went out of my way to listen to it. I was like, this kind of works.
I've been a fan since the Nickelodeon days,
It
man.
kind of works.
Well, speaking of works,
I would like her
USA
to-
is currently working Canada right now in women's hockey.
I would like Ariana to work some cheeseburgers, maybe like put some LBs on that bod.
Wow, body shaming. Patrick Harris.
Damn it! I guess I did. I take that back.
That's a tough line to
Now I
tread.
feel bad. Now I feel bad. I made myself sad. We're a free consultation Tuesday, so we'll carry this over. Consultation. I work in a town where I don't know anyone. Job is good, though, and cost of living is low. It hasn't been a very accepting place overall. Is looking for a transfer to somewhere I know more and have some people I know a good idea, or stick it out?
I'm a firm believer in living someplace that challenges you and makes you uncomfortable.
Also, if cost of living is low and you have a job you like, man,
Makes a lot of
those
things.
are hard to come across.
Yep.
And I think
Because we don't have that here.
it's kind of like,
Well, the job we like, but I mean, cost of living.
yeah. I mean, I live in Vancouver. I live affordably.
How far of a drive is it for you?
Not as far as yours.
Mine's closer now.
Oh, okay. I think having cost of living be a positive and also a job you like, man.
You can put up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you can put up with a lot of stuff, and kind of like what our consultation was about dating in your 40s, you might just have to wait a little longer. You know, open yourself up, go meet people in other places,
Or, stack some money. If cost of living's low and you're making good money, then you
stack
can-
cash and bounce in 5 years.
Yeah. Look, we had the question a couple weeks ago, like, if you had to move to Mississippi and talk nothing but Mississippi State football for the next 3 years or 5 years, something like that. I'm like, man, I'd go live in Oxford and drive on down.
Yeah.
I got no beef with that. I can do that. Like yeah, you live in Mississippi. I'm like, if you tripled your salary or quadrupled
I
your
think it
salary,
was triple your salary.
brother, I'd live like God King Xerxes.
And I said, brother, you don't know how little I make.
Like, I would have 20 acres, a big old house, and I'd be hunting boar in my backyard. I'm kidding me? I'd be doing good.
Yeah, I think you should stick it out, amigo. I think you should, because the job is hard to come by. Before I had this job, I've had rough jobs that didn't vibe with me. I didn't vibe with them. Both sometimes. Lots of times I get in my own way. I'm sure my boss is listening right now and is like, it's still happening here. We're aware. I think those are big things to check off, and you will find people. You will find people. You'll find people.
Sometimes it just takes a little longer. I was lucky in the sense of being in the military. I had to live all over the country and all over the world. So
Yeah.
there's certain places I joke about it, but I'm also dead serious. There's no amount of money you could pay me. Well, there's an amount to live in Somalia.
I'm not moving to Mississippi, bro.
If you tripled my salary,
I'm not.
I'd move Mississippi.
Not me. I'll stay here.
I think about it.
You're 24. Of course you better.
Well, yeah.
Also, Oxford's a dope city.
Yeah.
Oxford's a
You
dope
would,
city.
but I think they said we have to live in Starksville.
It ain't that far away.
No, I've never been to Starksville. I have a homework assignment for you two. This was something one of my buddies brought up to me a couple years ago, and it is something that I am ever revolving. I will bring in my list. You are on a spaceship, okay? And you are now flying in the universe on adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Your AI computer that runs the spaceship is voiced by Nate Dogg.
Okay.
So every single thing that Nate Dogg has ever appeared on, you have access to.
Okay.
Okay? The song specifically.
How many mushrooms did you take to come up with this?
None. My buddies came up with this.
Okay.
So the next thing is you can now choose 20 MCs and their works travel with you. But that's it. Who are your 20? Now, obviously, there's a lot of bangers. There's a lot of big names that people put on there. And it's not just like if you choose It's MCs. It's not producers. So if you choose like I love RZA as an MC, but if I choose RZA, I don't get everything he's produced.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Dre is only vocals. And what is really fun about this, you will find that when you get your like top 5, top 10, super easy. When you got to start cutting dudes around 18, 19, 20, it gets real tough. Also, let's have some variety in here. Like on my list, I have Afro Man because I need to laugh and I need to giggle. I have Shock G on my list because I need some Digital Underground in my life. You know?
See, if you,
but of
if
course
you
I've
allowed
got
producers,
But of course I've got J. Cole on there. I've got Marshall on there. You know, a lot of, you know, main staples on there.
because if you allowed producers just throwing Dre, T-Pain, and Kanye on the list would pretty much cover.
But we did this before Kanye came out as a Nazi.
Yeah.
I don't have Kanye on my list.
But no, I'm talking about as a producer.
Oh, I know. But as an MC.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm saying as a producer.
As a producer,
buddy, that's
that
a
means
long
that's
catalog.
Jay-Z's entire catalog.
Yeah. So I was like, that's
That's the Blueprint, the Black Album, the Blueprint 2.
That's,
the
no,
Blueprint
but it's
3.
not producer.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's MCs.
if you're allowing the producer credits, I'm like, those 3 are going on immediately because that would get me like, God, 70 albums.
But I like that we decided that Nate Dogg is the AI,
The captain?
the captain
Okay.
of your spaceship.
I
you
like
know?
that. I like that.
That way you don't really have to choose people who can do hooks. You
Right.
just have Nate Dogg
And
doing
that's
intermissions.
and that's why they chose him because he's the hook king.
Mm-hmm.
So you get somebody with hooks. Otherwise, I mean, Nate Dogg would be on my list. But it's a fun challenge, and it changes all the time for me too. And it's weird. There are people that are not on my list. Like I said, this we talked about this
If we're doing
before
gr- if we're
Kanye
doing-
went crazy.
well, if we're
I didn't
doing-
have Kanye in mine.
Are we doing groups? Because like,
So no,
so no Wu-Tang, no
NLC.
Bone Thugs.
no, you can't say Wu-Tang. But like for me, I chose RZA.
I would take Method Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's just anything RZA or Method Man have flown on. Now that includes a lot of Wu-Tang.
No NWA.
You would have to choose
Choose Cube.
Yeah.
Cube.
Yeah.
You know, I put Lauryn Hill on my list.
I think I'd put Cube
but
in
I
the
didn't
top 20.
choose. You know,
Oh yeah.
I put Lauryn Hill on my list, but I didn't choose the Fugees. I have Andre 3000 on my list. I did not choose Big Boy.
That's one I'd go the opposite.
I also don't need to choose Big Boy because I have Andre 3000.
So it gives you Outcast. Okay.
I would definitely choose Big Boy over Andre. I
Really?
just because Andre's got so much like eclectic stuff.
I don't need the flute.
I need cooler than a polar
Well,
bear's toenail.
Yeah.
I don't need the flute either.
Yeah.
But I need ATLians and Wheels of Steel. So like,
But you get it with Big Boy.
sure.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where like if you're doing Bone Thugs, like okay, then give me Busy.
Yeah. Like
Take Crazy.
I was gonna say Crazy. That
I'll
those are
take
the two. Yeah.
like I love Jurassic 5, so I chose Charlie Tuna.
Oh, there you
You know,
go.
so I get Charlie Tuna. Too Short, I get Too Short.
Little Cali Tuna.
I think E40 is on my list.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could go Anthony Hamilton and get Nappy Roots and his solo. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, see, yeah, this is fun.
See, there you go. But you will find once you start getting there,
Yeah.
it will get really, really difficult.
There would be a metric crap ton of West Coast hip hop. That's for sure.
And it definitely shows you what kind of styles you like.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely a lot of a New York. I think about it.
You're
New York
heavy
rappers.
New York?
I'm just
Yeah.
going down the
Jay-Z,
list.
Nas, etc.
Big L.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think I have Biggie on my list.
I wouldn't fight you on that. He's a Hall of Famer, but not my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, but I have Shakur and,
Yeah.
you know, all the West
The-
Coast
the
kids.
literal-
Like I said, E40.
The
Too
literal
Short.
first name that came to my head was Pac.
Yeah.
Like that's the Mount Rushmore. He's the big head.
When we come back, closing arguments send you on your way. 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for Easy Play, brought to you by Home Z, making home improvement easy.
Operating just by Avia. Avia chased him into the paint. Lincoln is there to snuff a pass. It's grabbed by Grant to Kamara, back to Grant. Off it comes to Tamani. They get it back to him. Sets his feet for another three. And he sinks another. 8 threes for Tamani.
That's our guy, Kevin Calabro, on the call. As the Blazers beat the 76ers last night, Tumani making it rain. Teach me to open my mouth. Tell me not to tell Tumani Kamara not to shoot some threes. You shooting like that, baby, you can go whatever you want. It's Easy Play brought to you by Homesy. Use Homesy's online calculator to estimate your project instantly. Make it easy. Call Homesy. That's Homze. Homesy.com.
The new
All right, that's going to do it for us. Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Coming up on the show tomorrow, I think we need to address the Utah Jazz and their blatant tanking. I've also found someone to put in perspective. We're going to learn about crashing in skiing and how a torn ACL is not the reason why Lindsey Vonn crashed. I've got a cool article that I'm going to sift through tonight, so we'll chat about that. We got a little NFL leftover Super Bowl stuff to get to as well. I think that's it. Maybe Mark Cuban. Dude, have you heard Mark Cuban might be back? Ooh, that'll be fun to talk. We'll do that tomorrow. Closing arguments. We got some texts kind of asking about my spaceship thing here. Is there an era we're sticking to? Nope. All's fair in love and war. All MCs from all generations are great. I'm all over the board. You know, I got Chuck D on my
I'll say you
list.
can go Chuck D.
I got Chuck D on my list, and I have J. Cole on my list.
Are we just talking strictly MCs? I know you
MCs.
said Anthony Hamilton.
Just MCs.
Hamilton,
It's not production.
Can I put Charlie Wilson on there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I forgot I had Chuck D. I think he's one of my first.
Hmm.
I love Public Enemy.
There you go.
I'm a big Public Enemy guy. Terminator X, Flava Flav. I'm in on those dudes.
It's a good time. I like it.
Anything else we missed, guys? Anything across your boards today that we missed?
No, I mean, not without getting way into it.
Well, we got 5
No,
minutes.
no, I was saying the ownership thing with Dallas is definitely like, well, what?
Well, let's do that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm excited. Oh, yeah. No, let's save that.
There's a lot there.
Let's see. The Detroit Tigers have signed pitcher Justin Verlander to
yeah, I
a
saw that
deal.
one pop up, and I went, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, Jack Flaherty, Tarek Skubal, Verlander, if he's got any in the tank. Nice little team there.
Look,
Framber Valdez.
Look, Verlander's not what he was, but he's still viable.
I feel like that just adds the pitching knowledge into your room. Helps
Yeah,
develop
does.
school.
having a first ballot Hall of Famer on your team who's still actively
and
throwing.
Justin Verlander.
Yeah. Right?
But they signed Framber Valdez. That's a nice staff.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Flaherty, Framber Valdez, Casey Mize, Justin Verlander, and Tarek Skubal.
Yeah, let's see how long they hold it
Ooh.
together for.
Yeah, no kidding. A side note, if Tarek Skubal wins a third straight Cy Young this year, which he very easily can, does that make him bona fide Hall of Fame? 3 in a row? Has to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, Randy has, 5 in a row?
Is that what it was?
Randy's also a top 5 pitcher of all time
Yeah.
in my book.
I mean, I'm not going to argue that.
I think he has...
99 to 2002, and then also in 95.
So yeah,
4 in a row.
4 in a row.
4 in a row.
It's a good spot to be.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Jason Tatum has been practicing.
Look,
I want to have a conversation this week comparing Jason Tatum's Achilles to Damian Lillard's Achilles and the routes these guys are doing. And Hallie is somewhere in the middle.
I think Hallie and Dame are both doing the same thing.
Yeah, we should discuss that at some point.
Yeah, no. What Tatum is at least quasi attempting to do, I wish him all the luck, but don't.
I'm very sad that the USA doubles team did not win curling gold.
Yeah, you were legitimately. I was talking about the potential future of the Blazers, and I lost you for 30 seconds when they got silver.
Yeah, I know.
Corys, man, the Corys.
The Corys failed. Corey, Korey, what? Bro, you got to go. Like, that was doomed from the start.
Yeah.
But I found out the Swedish, that the two that won, they are siblings.
There you go.
I did not know if they were siblings or married. So my reading the room of their body chemistry told me siblings, and I was correct.
You were correct, and I flat out told you, like, well, it's also in that part of the world, public displays of affection, not a real big deal.
Look, I don't mind being wrong about stuff. In fact, if you listen to the show, I'm wrong about a lot of things. I am very glad, though, that I was not wrong in thinking they were a couple and then they became siblings, because then that's gross. Then you're like, and I feel bad.
Yeah, they're from Sweden, not Arkansas.
I feel bad.
It's tough.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
Your family trees are brown. Oh, the USA is at intermission because they're beating the crap out of the Canadians.
I thought the Canadians would have a better women's team.
Yeah, you'd think. And yet, can you imagine flying all the way to the other side of the world to go cheer on your team and just get snuffed?
Yeah. I want to go to an Olympics. I was thinking about this last night as I was lying in bed. Like, I want to go to a half pipe.
So you don't like the winter stuff, but you'd want to go to the Winter Olympics?
Well, yeah. I'll stand in the winter. Yeah.
That seems
I don't want to drive in it.
infinitely more uncomfortable. You'd have to drive.
That seems.
Yeah.
But it's the Olympics. It's cool.
But
look, I don't like sweltering heat, but I want to go to the Australian Open.
You don't make a lot of sense.
I know I don't. It's a pretty fun world to live in.
No.
Come to my side. It's great.
No.
Now you know why my wife likes me so much, because
No.
I'm weird. I'm intricate, earthy, hip.
No.
I'm not hip. I'm not hip at all.
No,
I'm not hip at all.
No, it just sounds kind of weird. I think that's cool.
Awesome spot.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that, but like if you're asking me, do I want to go to Milan and Lake Como and hang out in northern Italy?
Yes.
Or do I want to go to Park City, Utah? I'm like, Park City's fine.
Well, between the two, I'm going to take Northern Italy every single time.
Yeah.
But Park City ain't a bad second place.
Didn't know I had the choice to go to Italy over here.
Yeah, right.
But, like,
right.
I'm saying, like, well, that's where we're at right now, man. Like,
You know, I kind of like Cannon Beach, and it's like, pfft, idiot. Why would you choose Cannon Beach over Baja? What an idiot. I did not know Baja was a choice. I did not know there were other options here.
also, I've never had the desire to go to Cannon Beach.
Cannon Beach, nice little town.
It's okay.
I went a lot as a kid. I haven't been in years.
The Oregon, again, call it Cannon Coast because it ain't a beach.
Well, there's definitely a beach there.
It's not a beach.
Well,
is-
there's sand
it is-
and the
if the-
water
if-
and waves hit the sand.
the
That is
sand-
that is
it is a
literally
if
a
the
beach.
sand is that color, it ain't a beach.
It's literally called
Yeah,
Wyoming.
it's not.
It's literally a beach.
No, it's a coast.
You people from California and your gatekeeping of beaches is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
because it's not a beach.
It is definitely a beach.
It's like having non-alcoholic beer and being like, no, it's the same thing.
No, because that doesn't have alcohol in it. Beer does. This is water, waves, sand.
You don't
Beach.
have the sun, which is the crucial element. It's
No,
a coastline.
Sun is not about beach.
It is.
I think waves make beach.
Nobody's ever
Sand.
said, you know
Sand.
what?
Waves make sand.
Picture a beach and gone, you know what? Gray, cold, rainy, crappy.
It's God's water.
It is, but no, it's not a beach. It's a
Can't
coast.
own the coast. It's God's water.
It's gross.
Did you say 2 minutes in my ear? It's 12:56. What do you mean 2 minutes?
We're over.
Whoa.
Hit the liner. Yeah.
57.50? You just say that online next time. That's it. I'm going to Brandman's office.
How did we pick up
That's a
3 more
minute and a
minutes?
half.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we'll just sit here patiently and wait out the clock, and hope I don't get fined.
Yeah, how did we get that far out?
Maybe they just like us a lot.
Is that what I want to do?
Yeah.
Put us more on air?
I want to know, since we have the time, I'll share with you what's going on tomorrow Olympics. Men's hockey starts.
Yeah.
Finland, Slovakia, Italy,
we-
Sweden.
We're hitting the sweet spot of like, okay, we've gotten some stuff out of the way. Let's get to the goods.
Let's see. When we are on the air tomorrow,
Do we get any
ice
skeleton?
dancing,
Stop at the ice dancing.
luge at 8.
Okay.
Speed skating men, 1,000-meter final.
Oh,
at
there we go.
9:30.
Yeah, sign me up.
All right. Ooh, did you hear that music? That means we get to go home.
Let's go.
Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. Fun show today. Thank you all for being a part of it. Thanks to you too, Casey. As always, I appreciate you stepping in. That's Danny Meringue. For Casey Smith, I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.